streaming. We're going. Hide members. Okay. You are live. Live. You live. I have to get
feel alive.
I have to get on YouTube and get the link. It should post soon. YouTube makes it surprisingly difficult to just get the link for your own stream. There's probably a simple way to do it that I don't know because I'm incompetent, but yeah, I feel like that should be the first thing that comes up once you start. No, just all these recommendations for Thanes. If I go here...
I like that Rodney Dangerfield AI you shared.
I know, it's...
It's a really good joke.
It is. Oh, god damn it! Fuck!
I hear his fucking voice saying it.
Okay.
We really want to sleep with blacks.
Damn it, I won't talk about Palestine, but there's a funny meme that someone posted about Finkelstein. I won't talk about Palestine, I promise. But it's so funny to me that...
He said between gritted teeth.
that Destiny was in that debate, because they found the one person more insufferable than Destiny, and they brought them in to destroy him. And that was great. It's like,
that
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Bedell, you and your Wikipedia page.
He sounded like the fucking... He sounded like the trumpet guy. You got no talent. I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. Who the hell are you? Who the fuck are you?
He's got crazy long legs, but he's a dwarf.
yeah, he's a dwarf with crazy legs. I love when he says something like, real artists appreciate the beauty of silence. Or something. You're polluting everything with noise.
Michi, what's your name on Twitter?
It's Michi. At Michi underscore or maybe not underscore. No, just at Michi Fossard. Altogether, minor lowercase.
Why is it not bringing you up?
I don't know.
Okay, no, it better not be fans. Oh, thank God. Yeah, Michi Fossard. Why was it not? It was not wanting to let me tag you.
Weird.
Yes,
this is part of the conspiracy that's been going on Twitter against me.
Okay, I posted... Stop posting fan service! Okay. Oh,
are you talking to RA?
Oh, Tommy Oliver has an opinion. Okay. Oh yeah, also a bridge blew up or something. I don't care.
Probably.
I've transcended the need for such matters.
Wait, I meant to quote tweet, not to retweet.
Por que no los dos? Speaking Portuguese. Yes. And no one is allowed but us this time.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to certain people, but it turned into people reading their Steam list in alphabetical order while I sat there playing Hades.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're live, right?
Are we? Are we alive?
As alive as we can be. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Yeah. I have like 7 dudes who I don't know who they are. Straight up. Who is this dude? Who is Nega Angel Dust over here? I think these are from Hell of a Boss.
Wait. You mean the top left?
Yeah, top left, first 7.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
well, the very first one, that's the guy that Angel Dust was sucking and fucking in the first scene.
In
the pilot.
In the pilot, okay. D.
All right.
That guy. I know he literally doesn't suck, but he does suck.
No, he gets sucked. I do not know who Nega Angel Dust is.
Okay, this guy's from Hell of a Boss. This is from Hell of a Boss. This is from Hell of a Boss. Um, I don't
The
know.
ones that
Maybe
are
these two are.
obviously that one right there, the one to the left of Razzle, I think that's the character. That's a background Chan from Welcome to Heaven, I think.
Um, if it is, I don't care.
Yeah,
So
go ahead and put
I'm
her in
gonna
D.
ignore
Just
all
put
of
put the
these.
first
Okay.
5 in D, not the pig. The pig is fine.
Not what? Okay.
I'll put the okay, the first real character, the pig.
Uh, where? Whose is the pig? I don't remember.
It's Angel Dust's pet.
Oh yes.
I
Okay.
think C is fine for the pig.
I have an idea. Hold
Okay.
up. Okay.
See, this
Here
is
we
why
go.
you're in charge.
I'm just gonna add a tier for don't care. Because I actually do want to put stuff in D, and I think it's unfair of it to be clogged up with characters I literally don't know.
You know what we should have done?
No.
We should have done 7 layers of hell, like the Inferno.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so the
Mimsy
pig is like
entrapped in a block of ice at the bottom.
the pig is like a C. He's innocent. He has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, I forget about the pig. At several points I was like, oh wait, right, Angel Dust is a pig. That's
Yeah,
clever.
I totally forgot.
Maybe
So
it's because pigs, their orgasms last 30 minutes.
that's probably exactly literally what the reason is. 100%.
It's definitely not Vivzy just likes drawing animals.
No. Okay, real shit now. Razzle and Dazzle, I think we should count this as both of them.
Yeah.
They fly around. They turn into dragons, and one of them fucking dies. Like Harry Potter twins.
They're helpful. They're like the pig though. I forget they exist. Like when Satan shows up and talks to Razzle and Dazzle, I'm like, oh fuck, they have names?
They're like C but marginally better.
Yeah,
if I was
C's fine.
If I'm doing layered ranking, I'd go like this.
Yeah, maybe the one that lived gets bumped up slightly for, Darwinian
well,
reasons.
They're both on this. It's just one image for both of them.
Yeah, the other one's there, but it's fine. Wait, are we already at Mimsy?
Wait, where's the other one? I don't see.
Center of the top row.
Oh, fuck. Which one of these lived?
I don't care.
Which is which?
If you can't tell them apart, then that.
Yeah.
Okay, no argument here.
Okay, we have Mimsy. I think it's a unanimous D, probably.
Everyone hates Mimsy. Yeah.
Everyone hates Mimsy. She's not only does she ruin one of the best songs, she also is just a shit character who just is there to maybe show that Alistair is invested in the hotel.
It's like when your shitty uncle's like ex-girlfriend shows up to the family reunion or something. Just go away.
Yeah. But it happened in a show.
Yeah.
Like it was weird. It's like Mimsy lost a bet and she had to put her in there. He just surreptitiously got rid of her pretty quick too.
Yeah, I get she was trying to do an aesthetic thing where she's like this fat
it's like
dumpy chick from the 20s, but
she's like a Betty Boop but like dark and pointy toothed. Fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And her ruining the song was just unforgivable because
ruining the song
it was
terrible.
It was funny the day after that happened. People posted a bunch of compilations saying every Hazbin Hotel song without Mimsy. They just re-upload the playlist but cut out the 20 seconds she shows up.
Yeah, the 20 seconds she shows up, which is the worst part of the experience.
Okay, Peter, I think you know.
Yeah, we hate this guy. He sucks.
I mean,
I hate his stupid face. He's a wasted opportunity to have something cool show up.
I just find Peter offensive. Like, I understand it's stupid to be offended at this show, but it's like Peter was a plausibly real person that, did very real, very hard, very important things as a human. Like, don't make him just this annoying Keat that whines and sings a stupid song about how sexy everyone is.
Yeah,
I've said
I
this before,
I
but Peter was the inspiration for Samwise Gamgee. Imagine turning Samwise Gamgee into this like flying twink that sings a quirky song and is annoying.
and yeah, I think I like how the 1, 2, 3 is already like correct. Like I rank the guy who got his dick sucked off in a car higher than
Yeah.
Mimsy and Peter.
It just, I'm not, I promise I'll move on, but just imagine, ancient Judea, Simon Peter realizing that he has denied Christ 3 times and he hears the rooster crow and he's holding
Yeah,
his head in his hands crying, realizing he just betrayed his best friend and the Messiah, and then cut to 2,000 years later, it's like, welcome to heaven,
yeah.
whoa. It's like, yeah, no, fuck off.
Like
Okay.
this is what thousands of years will do to a motherfucker.
Yeah, this is, heaven makes you weak.
Heaven makes you weak and flaccid.
Uh,
Uh, okay, we have now. Lilith is here now. This is a bit of an odd choice because she's not really a character in Hazbin
well, we
Hotels
see her
yet.
legs.
We see her legs and her face with sunglasses.
Yeah,
We see a portrait of her.
she's holding a drink.
Uh,
We know she drinks. She's an
she
alcoholic.
hold. Yeah, she's an alcoholic. She took Charlie away from her father when he was doing his toys, so that was kind of fucked up. In that song clip. So I don't know. She's like a C, I guess.
I'd be fine with C or B. I don't care. She's just not a character yet.
She's not really a character yet, but I mean, she's gonna be cool probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Then what the fuck are Carmilla's daughters called?
I don't know. Avarice and pride. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, sure. Gluttony and
Gluttony and lust.
Gluttony and lust over here.
Yeah.
They're both like a C. Like they don't do anything. They don't even say a word. I think.
I would move the one on the left up 1 just because her design is okay at least. But
Okay, that's fair.
I
like
would,
her design more.
I'm not going to argue about it. You could have said A or C and I wouldn't have cared.
Okay, now we have one of the overlords.
We have Vivi's self-insert.
Yeah, I will say I don't like this design.
I don't like the voice. Like she talks like a 20-year-old party girl.
Yeah, she's a 20-year-old party girl. She's a big fucking furry dragon creature. She's not like intimidating or scary looking. She just looks dumb.
I mean, if you look at her closely and kind of squint, she's almost a redesign of Vivzi's other self-insert, which was the big sexy blue wolf girl from that meme video 10 years ago.
So it's kind of like that. Also, I resent the fact that she's here, but that dude that has like a skull light bulb head is
where the
here
fuck is he?
because he has a cool design, even if he didn't say anything.
Yeah, where's Mr. Skull Light Bulb Head?
I don't know. I feel in a C, and that's generous, probably.
That's fine. You know what?
Okay, now we're getting to... Yeah, what?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna surprise you maybe. He's at least B. Because he's funny at least. Yeah.
This guy's pretty funny. I'm down with B.
Because he shows up for 10 seconds and he makes you laugh during that 10 seconds. That's fine.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
He knows who the porn star is. which is funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Oh, fuck.
Also, who knows what his face looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, what was this lady called?
I don't know. It's like Chet Chubetcha. It's just a long reporter name.
Okay.
I might even give her an A.
I
don't particularly like her, but she serves her role in the story very well.
I have a gripe with her though, which is that they changed her voice.
Yes. Her voice
for season
is much
1.
worse.
So I kind of feel that might drop her down to B.
That's fair. Okay, I'll allow B.
And they look good together, so why not?
Oh no,
now we have Sophie, or is Sophia or something like that? Yeah.
Which means wisdom.
Oh, that's cool. Like sophistry.
Yeah.
She yells. She yells at Charlie. She wants to eat human flesh.
This character was tiresome when she first showed up, But then when Charlie yells "fuck you, you old bitch," it did make me
Yeah,
laugh because
it did.
Charlie's
It did
just
make
had it.
it did make up for the fact. Yeah.
Oh, it actually reminds me. You know how I like to brag about how I've read David Eddings' old books because it's the one massive series I've read, which Thupa has not. But
Yeah.
there's a running gag in there that every character, no matter how small, they have a destiny defined by fate. But it's usually not. It's not like an overarching destiny. For a lot of people, there's just one or two things they were born to do, and the rest of the time they're just there, and no one really
Mhm.
cares. Like fate just uses them for a second, then like just throws them back on the shelf. And there's this part in the later books where the love interest is riding around on a horse trying to stir up uh, support for this army she's using to, save her husband in a strange indirect way. And she's stuttering and she's doing a bad job. And there's this guy who gets drunk in the crowd and like yells and like is like, "Show us your tits" and stuff like that. And it makes her so angry she gives a good speech, and that starts her actually being an effective character. And
That's cool.
afterwards, for the rest of the series, they use this guy as an example to explain fate, saying, "Oh, remember when that one guy got drunk and yelled at Sinedra? Yeah, that was probably his one thing he was born to do, and the entire rest of his life is just the aftershadow of the time he got drunk and yelled, 'Show us your tits.'" Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
So this was her role.
Yeah, it reminded me of that,
Was
so it
to
was
be
nostalgic.
the obstacle. Yeah.
I'd say B's fine.
B is fine.
I could do
A
B.
B is fine.
Oh.
A B is fine too.
Okay, Serpentius is hard.
Serpentius. You know, I think he's A. Probably.
You know what? I'll allow A because Serpentius is annoying and hard to watch, and he has
Yeah.
several of the lamest jokes in the series, but he also has
He has-
several of the
yeah.
best jokes
He has
and
some
the
of the
best
best
moments.
moments.
He
yeah,
literally tells the best
that's
joke
right.
in the entire show, where that thing where he has sex with everyone.
Yeah, he does the best joke. His like redemption arc is very endearing. I like that he has a crush on another character. That's fun.
That is
and him,
comically like wrong for
Yeah.
him.
he also dies in one of the funniest ways.
Yeah.
And then he's an angel, which is like a great little after credit scene. So yeah, I don't think we can take it from him.
It's also he does round out the aesthetic quite
He
a
is
bit.
He is very one note for most of the show, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's weird that he's there because he's this Victorian steampunk gentleman in a world of people who are decidedly not that, where Alistair
Yeah.
is seen as very old for being there since the 20s, and then there's this guy from like 1840 just going around in a blimp who has nothing to do with the rest of the world.
Also, him getting dressed as like Napoleon, is a great gag.
It's a cheap shot, but when he called Vaggie Vagatha,
Yeah.
like he's trying to be polite.
Yeah, he's got some good shit.
He has some great moments. And it's cool he gets a kiss with Cherry Bomb. I'm sure people are going to be arguing about consent with that one for years to come, but oh well.
Now I'm disappointed that the list doesn't have like 9 separate images for all the egg guys.
Yeah, no.
Oh well. So I'm gonna count this as all the egg guys, especially the one who follows Alistair around, and who Alistair tells not to tell anyone that you can kill an angel, and then he just does anyway, and he's just a goofy idiot, and
no
it doesn't
one believes
matter.
him.
Yeah.
I like Serpentius saying, "They say crazy shit all the time."
Yeah, they say fucking crazy shit all the time. Why would I care? I think like a B. They're funnier, more entertaining than Razzle and Dazzle.
I'll allow B. They're better than Razzle and Dazzle.
Yeah,
okay, fuck, Angel Dust.
Okay, a real main character. I mean, Serpentius is too, but this is like an OG main character.
You know what? Hazbin does a great job. There's a lot of characters that are somewhat annoying, but they still manage to make them good. Honestly, most of the characters have moments where they're legitimately fucking just being pests and you don't want to listen to what they're doing.
Yeah,
but
this
over
is
time
what
they manage to salvage it.
When I talk about like how I was always worried that the show would be incredibly cringy, like part of it is like being scared of like people doing edgelord violent demon stuff badly, but part of it is also just being like the characters all seem like they could be like unbearably annoying, and that would make me cringe. But yeah, I think it, yeah, like you said, like all of them have moments. I mean, this show really at various points really is like on the fence, like skirting the line there, where it could so easily fall into one or the other. But yeah, but Angel Dust, I think I always enjoy him.
I would be fine
Um,
with A or B. He's definitely
I
not
think
S.
A, definitely,
Also,
because
it
I like him getting drunk and having a big argument with um what's he called, the
Husk.
cat dude, with Husk. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably like the first. That was the first episode where I felt like the hotel residents were actually getting some like character development and cool like dramatic things were happening. Uh, yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, that was. There are both good and bad elements to this, but the show seems to waffle and change its mind on what it is as it goes along. With the Husk thing, where Husk is just being a good guy, taking Angel out, watching his back, having a fun song about being a better person. I found myself,
yeah.
it's solid character development. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's very well paced, and it's in the exact
Yeah.
perfect place for what it is. But I
I
found
also
myself
like
thinking, okay, we're still in hell, right? Like, is this something that happens in hell? Just random people pick you up off your feet and sing songs about growing up and becoming a good guy? Like, it's kind of, it undermines the purpose and setting of hell a little bit. But it does also feel like the show is going towards a place where, okay, hell and heaven are much more arbitrary than they seem. I just wonder. It just makes me
I think
wonder
I
where they're going with
mentioned
this.
while we were watching it that I was not surprised when other characters other than Charlie started singing. What I was surprised by was when characters in scenes where Charlie was not present started singing. Because
Yeah.
when Charlie is there and she starts a song like Hell is Forever, it makes sense for Adam to join in. Or it makes sense in I'm Sorry for everyone else to join in. Because it's like we've gone into another plane, and this is kind of Charlie's power in a way. And it makes sense. The first time I saw like Carmilla start singing, it was a bit like disconcerting at first, because I was like, why are all of these overlords like fucking singing and dancing over here when the whole pilot they're making fun of Charlie? They're like, no one in hell sings and dances, you dumbass. It's like, oh, it turns out everyone secretly does. They just don't want anyone to know. It's like they're all closeted like musical fans, and they're like,
It
they
would have
just
been
love doing
really.
it.
Oh, yeah, hell is where they send. That's it. That's what determines if you go to hell. If you like musicals, you go to hell. That's why
Yeah.
they make Peter stand outside the gate.
Oh,
Uh,
I was gonna say another thing I like about Angel Dust is that he's like one of the more mature character. I don't mean mature like he's sexually explicit. I mean a lot of the characters are like childish and like
I know what you mean, complex and
yeah
rounded
yeah
out.
like Charlie and Serpentius are like big kids, and they're just like gonna do dumb goofy shit. So it's like nifty. I like how he is like the responsible one, kind of like when they go out to the club. Angel Dust is like keeping everything together. He's like that. He's like I mean that's his perfect role as like Charlie's gay best friend, like
Yeah,
girl's best friend is that gay dude that goes out with them, and they can make jokes with. Like I like him.
yeah, he's more mature, and around that point in the story, I think they're trying to communicate that despite all of Charlie's incompetent, bumbling fuck ups and not knowing what she's doing, Angel is at least doing better because he has more friends
Yeah.
now. He's in a position of responsibility, kind of. So yeah, he's doing better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
And it's a fun dynamic to have someone who's just there, like ironically, like for the first part of the series, where he just is like he's not like he's not just like fucking with everything and not participating, but he's also got a look of like, I know this is dumb, but I'm getting free residence. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fun little gimmick to have.
It is. Oh, side thought. If after Respectless, the overlords had just looked across the table and been like, why was she singing? That would have been great.
Yeah, I mean, it's weirder when I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it when we get to it, but never mind. But yeah, that is just funny. That these fucking eldritch creatures just engage in their little.
I mean, the weirdest one is at the very end. Alistair is singing by himself. It's not Charlie singing by herself.
That's
whatever.
That's like he's been infected
Yeah.
by Hazbin Hotel, and now even when he's soliloquying, he's doing it in iambic pentameter.
And I kind of I kind of said this, the badass decay with Alistair, but by the end, okay, when you're singing songs about how cool you are by yourself in your destroyed radio tower, you're just one of the crew now. Like, you're not better than Charlie anymore. But okay,
because like it makes a lot of sense in heaven too, just because like it kind of joins up with, it makes sense that Adam would like to sing because he's a chauvinist idiot, and he has an electric guitar. And then when they get to heaven, it's kind of like Charlie has found her home in a way. Obviously, her home is Hazbin Hotel, but her father is an angel. And when she gets there, it's like, oh, this is a place where they all sing all the time. Like, everyone here just loves singing. It's what they do. They're all happy and shit. And Charlie is like enamored by this. And so when you have the big courtroom scene, it makes sense. Like, all the angels, that's like some Tolkien shit. Like the fucking the Maiar sang the world into existence.
Well, and
stuff like that.
Saying that
her dad loves to sing. That's where she gets it from. It all makes sense.
And heaven as a choir, I mean, that goes way back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Husk.
So yeah, that all makes sense. Husk is great. I get infinite enjoyment out of knowing it's a big black burly man who did the thing and they live.
Yeah, how many
is now a furry cat.
How many autographs did Keith David have to sign while he was making this?
You know what? He seems like he has a sense of humor about it, but absolutely he's had a lot of fucking autographs. I mean, he probably charges for them, so he's made a lot of cash out of it.
I feel a little bad for the voice actor who played Husk in the pilot, because so many other people managed to roll over, but then it's like, oh, we got Keith David. Well, fuck.
Well, usually in an animated show, when they change voice actors, it's due to sexual allegations. So I'm just gonna.
Keith David, what did you do?
No. Wait, are you saying Keith David, he had sexual allegations, so they put him in the show?
Yes.
Because they're like, that's awesome.
That's brilliant.
No, I'm just joking because like the male voice actor for Anna has changed like 3 times due to getting canceled.
Oh my!
So I'm not.
That's
I doubt
genius.
It's anything like that, but it would be funny.
We should go around and just collect all the voice actors that have lost
all
work
the canceled voice
because
actors.
They're canceled, and we'll get them dirt cheap and make the greatest TV show of all time.
And we'll get all the disgraced Smash Bros. Players and host the tournament.
Yeah, we could just take all the canceled artists and just, I don't know, manage their credit card payments for a while if they live on our island, and we could just make amazing art all day, every day, forever.
You make like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, but for canceled people, and it's called like problematic or something. Yeah,
that's genius.
Fully problematic.
You see, this is why I'm going to be a big success someday, both of us.
Anyway,
Husk
is Angel's soulmate, so they must be an A together.
I'll allow it. I'm torn between A and B. I'll allow A. Cherry.
I think he's a lower A.
That's fine.
Oh, I just want to say about Husk, this is like an afterthought thing. I know this is like a pedantic thing, but I really feel like the whole thing of him having been an overlord is dumb. Like, they could just have the whole Alistair took his soul and now he's his minion without having been like, Husk was literally an overlord. Like, he doesn't seem the kind that would have been an overlord. He looks too... I guess Alistair makes him wear that, but when they show him in the flashback, he looks like that, and he's just at a poker table.
I mean, Husk is probably too nice to be an overlord,
Yeah, he seems way
But
too nice. Yeah.
but you can also just look at that as, yeah, of course he lost his position. He was a
Yeah.
gambler who got some power for a while, but then lost it all because he's just not overlord material.
That's fair.
I'll allow
Okay.
it, either way. Cherry, shit, I don't know.
Man, she kind of annoys me. I don't really enjoy her face or her
Yeah,
over the top accent.
I think I
She's
liked
good
her more in the
as like a
pilot.
serpentitious foil. Yeah, she did seem better in the
Because
pilot,
in the
actually. You're
pilot, she
right.
just shows up and goes, fuck face, and she bobs her head forward. And, then
Yeah.
she's throwing bombs and stuff. She has a lot more time. She's like an aesthetic character who's hard to work into the fold of actually being one of the characters.
They seem to be setting her up to be a resident of the hotel. And we'll probably see more of her as a regular in season 2. Maybe they'll improve her character a lot. For now, I'm thinking C tier, looking at the
I
B tier, looking. Sorry, I meant B,
I'm
looking
fine
at
with
the A
B.
tier. Yeah.
At the very end when they're rebuilding the hotel and she's pushing that wheelbarrow around, there's a little part of me that
Yes.
goes, "Is this really? Would she be doing this?" It's like the
Yeah,
street
it
tough
seems.
that one
Yeah,
of our guys happens
she.
to know is just doing construction for free.
Here's the problem: is when they go to the nightclub, Angel Dust being different when she's trying to egg him on makes sense because he's had 7 episodes to change. She at that point is like as she's always been. Like she's a hell resident. She has no scruples or morals. She doesn't care. Within like a few days, she's already like one of the gang, you know?
Yeah,
Like
it's too
the,
quick.
it's too quick. It's too quick. They want her there for the final scene for some reason, so Serpentius can have a last kiss before he dies.
Because they use
Uh,
her. I understand her being down for violence because that's just who she is. She just likes to fight. But they use her in the bar episode to be the bad influence that is the devil on Angel's shoulder the entire time. And then 2 episodes later, she's, singing the house building song with them, and
yeah.
it's just a little quick.
It's rushed. Yeah.
Uh,
So I'm happy with it. Zestial.
Zestial, I forgot his fucking name.
I only know it because of the song.
Yeah, I
No one
wanted to
speaks
call him.
Zestial
I,
that way.
I wanted to call him Faisal for a second, but like that's definitely wrong.
Here's the
Uh,
thing I alluded to earlier. Zestial, cool voice, great design, should never fucking sing. That is
it's like having
like
Bane scene from
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah,
Well,
you
where's
do
on your
not.
show, old friend? I can't even do the voice. Fuck.
It's kind of cute when Respectless when he says we can't act without more intelligence.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's good.
His fucking soliloquy, yeah, his like solo part at the start of the of whatever it takes. Like yeah,
I think he's
that's it still makes me wince a bit. I'm more used to it, but this is what I mean by like potential for cringe. Don't do it. Have one of her daughters sing that part.
yeah.
Well, I
Or
guess
just
the
have
daughters
him
already
ask
knew
the
why she did
question
it,
like
but
a normal
yeah,
person.
or just have him ask the question while the instruments play under it. Like you can do that during a musical. It's fine to have just a character talk. I mean, that's kind of what Alistair does. Like Alistair sometimes sings, but sometimes he just kind of raps, where he'll just kind of talk and rhyme over the beat in his radio voice.
That's such a weird
Like when he
sentence you just
says,
said.
well, when he says like who's been here since day one, he doesn't really
Yeah.
sing it. He just kind of says the words, but the beat
Yeah.
is so overpowering in the background that he's in time with
Yeah,
it
he's given a
that it makes sense.
jaunty chant,
Yeah, he's doing he's like a little recital.
Yeah.
Aside from that, Zestial is a cool dude. We haven't seen him really do anything, but
I
I like everything about him.
think Zestial
He
does
just hasn't had much time.
he does a very good job of efficiently delivering some aesthetic and some world building. Where,
Yeah.
a lot of people have pointed out you can kind of understand the usual life cycle of people in hell just by the eras that they're from. Where, Angel Dust is
Mm-hmm.
from the 30s, Serpentius is from the 1800s, and there's like one character, or maybe two, who are from the 15 or 1600s.
Yeah,
And
he's definitely like a Renaissance
yeah, there's this
fellow.
exponential decay thing where, about half of people die, in their first 5 years of hell probably. And if you're more than 100 years old, you're considered like extremely old, and you're probably extremely powerful.
Yeah, he's intimidating, and like we'll get to with Alistair, they do a good job of. They don't show his powers, which is kind of cool. Like we don't have to have he doesn't have a fight scene where he comes to help them with the angel fight or something. Like he's just left like this mysterious. I mean, he's a spider. It makes sense. He's like weaving his web, right? He's like
he is becoming what Alistair was originally supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
He's this greater scope, mysterious power guy. I'm fine with either B or
A. I was gonna say A. I keep messing up. I keep thinking A is the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say here because I think he's better than the newscaster dude with a gas mask.
I think I would lean towards B, but I'm fine with A.
I guess that's fair. I'll put him here.
Okay.
I'll put him at the top.
Okay. Adam's main.
I never remember her name.
Who cares?
She looks like Raven from Teen Titans.
She does.
With white hair.
Once she takes her thing off.
She does. I enjoy her song.
That
parts.
show destroyed a generation of animation fans.
It did.
It really did.
I mean, she's more of a plot device, really. She's like the archetypal idea of the exterminator angel. She has no empathy whatsoever. She's just like smugly.
She's just there to agree with Adam and yell.
For Adam to play off of, yeah.
I
feel it a B.
C or B. One of those. I'm fine with B.
I'm fine with B, just looking at the rest of B. Maybe we'll need to shift a few of these into C.
Vaggie might be the hardest one for me, honestly. Because she does a great job being the straight man. She is a bit of she's never hateable, but I just forget she's there for long stretches of time.
Yeah. I forget she's there, and she's a bit of a nag. Like,
yeah, quit having fun, guys.
Yeah, quit having fun here, and also I'm not fond of the whole angel subplot thing. It makes sense for her, but I don't understand like the whole I never bought Charlie being so distraught over that.
I will say that I'm fine with her being an angel. That seemed to
be like some injected drama.
Yep, yeah, Charlie's degree of upsetness really didn't make sense. Like that is easily the smallest betrayal that anyone Charlie knows has done to her.
She literally found her armless, dressed as an angel exterminator in the dumpster, dripping gold blood, and she was like, "Oh, hi, come here." So whatever. I'm not even saying that the problem is that she probably already knew, but even if she doesn't know, like when we were watching this and Adam came in and he's like, "Oh, I might tell your girlfriend that you're an angel." Immediately, I was like, "Would Charlie even care?" Like,
yeah,
Charlie is so forgiving she fucking forgives Sir Pentious for trying to fucking like have their hotel infiltrated by the fucking V's, which would have killed them all maybe. And meanwhile, Vaggie just didn't mention that she's like, yeah, she was an exterminator who probably killed a few demons. Everyone in hell is fucking evil. They've all killed loads of people. They're like, she's no worse than anyone else that you're like, you don't like, you're teaming up with Alistair. Why are you so upset about this? So yeah, that was silly.
I don't dislike her though, because she manages to slide into the emotional cadence of whatever is happening, and she fills her role fine. I like her design fine enough too. It's not one of the best ones, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's an okay design. I mean, a lot of the questions I had about her, like why she had a spear or what her like devil idea was, were answered by the fact that she's actually just an angel pretending to be a demon. And her whole like trooper persona, where she's very militaristic, makes sense. I feel in fairness she should be an A, but she's like my least favorite of the A's.
I would be fine with that. Low A would be perfectly acceptable.
Low. She's a low A. Yeah.
Oh God, this guy.
So we have the V's
We have
here, starting with Valentino.
he reminds me. He's obviously based on someone. Is John Waters a good guess? There's some fucking personality this guy is obviously inspired by, but I can't think of who
Yeah,
it is.
great design.
Everyone knows a guy like this, I guess.
Yeah, he's definitely like a known archetype. I like his accent, his voice. I like how he's like playful and silly, but also actually scary and intimidating. He's a cool moth. Yeah, and he's also an effective like. It's good to have a character where you start to actually feel the effect of the overlords and people in control on our main cast, so that they don't feel so separated. The fact that he bridges that connection because of angel dust between the hotel and the larger demon world, I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's good that he rounds out, he shows you the actual concrete specific relationships. Because the overlords have just been, I don't know, wacky neighbors who happen to be really strong up until then. But you see him have like a specific deal with one specific person. His introduction always makes me laugh, where the idea that a worker can go home after they're done with their work offends him so much.
Yeah.
I have no love for Valentino at all, but he always serves his purpose very well in the song, or in the show, or the song.
I mean, if we're talking, we have a dichotomy here between trying to be like how well do they fill out their role and how good of a character are they and how much we like them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He could be A for me.
I'll allow A. I'll allow A.
I think he's like a low A. Then we have
what's her name?
Vivienne,
which is suspiciously close to Vivzy.
Well, I said at the time I think it's a play on Vivienne Westwood, the fashion designer.
Yeah, but that doesn't let me make fun of the person who made it.
Oh yeah, that's funny too. Okay, so this is a tough one because she is not so much a character as she is a song.
I'm gonna say A. I like her.
So this is the whole deal.
She's like a
that
spunky
song,
little bitch that sings a fun song.
Yeah,
I like that.
That song is what I'm talking about, of being like, it is like millimeters away from me hating it and being like, this is insufferable. Like she's in like the head side to side bob. She's biting her lip. She has the most punchable face. She's being such a fucking odious bitch. But it works so well for the fucking song.
She is setting herself up for a massive fall.
It is so catchy.
No one is going to have sympathy because she completely
No one's going to have
it.
sympathy. It's going to be great. That's
Carmela
the whole thing
is telling her to her face, you're making a mistake. And she's like, I'm the hashtag bitch. And I say...
I mean, yeah. That's why it's funny. Like, we all know the V's are going to get fucking slaughtered. And it's going to be glorious to see. Because, like... all three of them, as you can see from these like images, they all have shit-eating grins on their fucking faces that you just want to see like get fucking destroyed. Like Carmel says, like the V's are immature and fucking obstinate and shit. Like they think they're hot shit just because they happen to also be overlords. But I think against like the OGs, there's gonna be a lot of trouble. Yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling an A, and I can't wait to see it.
I mean, I'm on the verge of S with her, but A's probably right. Vox.
Okay. Now Vox is also another great design. All three of the V's, they all work so well together too. He's a fun idea that he goes through electricity, and they're controlling like all forms of media and propaganda essentially. Like they have social media and TV and porn and fashion all covered, and they're fucking rotting the brains of everyone in hell with their mediocre video podcasts.
That was slightly confusing because there was a period when I was thinking, is this a Chainsaw Man thing? And they're the embodiments of concepts, and that's where the power comes from. But as it went along, I found myself thinking, I think Vivzy was just using media as a theme for character design, and it's not a power system, it's just...
Yeah, it seems like they're all inspired by... Usually, like, it's like a mood board, right?
Yeah, it's...
Like, you take these, like, similar elements, and you say, like, design a character around this. Like, the same way artists do on Twitter when they're given, like, a set of emojis. Or like a perfume bottle to base a character and anime.
They all represent the casual vices that people fall into all the time. You know, gambling, porn, cannibalism, all the usual traps that otherwise decent people fall into.
And he has the added bonus of having a great dynamic with Alistair. I love how he is so angry about everything.
He is just a punching bag for Alistair to beat up on, and that's why Fox is
it's
good.
hilarious that he asked Alistair to join the V's.
Yeah.
It's fucking so funny.
When Alistair says he'd be powerless without the other V's, and you see the other two looking at each other and snickering.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And he literally loses control of his own song by fucking buffering and crashing. Yeah. Like, that's all good shit. So A again, probably. Yeah. Like, I'm feeling it. Yeah.
He's just the springboard that Alistair uses to jump back into the plot, and it's fun. Yeah. This lady, fuck, I don't know.
Susie, I believe.
Susie.
Is her name? That sounds right.
It's a reference to... I don't know.
She is like Mimsy, but done way right.
Yeah.
Great. I love her design and voice, and I like the aesthetic of Cannibal Town being this, like, it's creepy because it's full of cannibals, but it's creepy also because it's like this fucking, I don't know, like 1940s goody two-shoe.
Yeah, did you guys all agree to do this? Oh, wait, maybe the implication is they all ate each other during the Great Depression.
Maybe. I think she kind of rules through fear to keep everything like spick and span and tidy how she likes it.
Yeah.
She's really fun.
The cannibals just... I don't love the cannibals, but they make me laugh because in episode 1, they're the people who break Charlie.
Yeah. She's like, oh god, why?
Yeah, why? You know, she's trying to be positive about everything she sees, but the cannibals rip through the facade.
Getting a bit meta, that does really make me think that when they got to the point where they're gonna need a sort of army to fight the demons, I feel like they went back through all the episodes and scrubbed them, and then they're like, oh shit, we referenced the Cannibal Town earlier. Maybe that place? They're like, oh yeah, sure, we have that cannibal overlord lady. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
My biggest problem with Cannibal Town and with Susie, it's just a little contrived, and you have to give the show some credit. I would rather them do something contrived than try to do something complicated and fuck it up. But Alistar just goes, hey, you have a problem? I happen to know the exact person who can solve the problem. Let's walk over there. And they walk over there, problem solved. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it could easily have been, like, much faster resolved with some deal like Alistar just, like, make a deal with me and I just summon a demon horde, you know? Like, I just have so many people under contract. As long as you do a shady deal with me, I'll just call them up.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But it's fine to have, like, add more things to the story, flesh it out a bit. It's kind of cool.
I do wonder how much they're going to develop the power system, because it literally seems like the power system of Hell is just, wow, first person here. Kind of. Hey, how you doing, Blood Bolt? It's Mario. That's a combination. Yeah, I wonder how much they're going to do with the power system. Because it seems like it's literally, if someone makes a deal with you where you get their soul, their power just flows into you, and that just makes you stronger in abstract ways.
Yeah, it does bring into question a lot why anyone would ever make a deal in Hell.
Well, because they're impulsive morons who are in Hell.
Well, yeah, it makes sense if it's like their last chance. Like, they have no option. Like, it's like, you're going to die unless you make a deal with me. You know, you've lost yeah, sure. But like, it's been going on for so long, it seems that, like, there should have been already some, like, there should be a lot of weird rules and shit around that. I don't know. But yeah, she's fun. I mean, it's hard not to put all these overlords in A. She could go in B.
She could be A or B. I'd probably say B.
Yeah, I think B up with there with
she's not at the level of the V's, but she's
not
still
the
a good
V's.
character.
Yeah, she's a good character. Okay,
and she's definitely not as good as Angel Dust or Husk. So
no, Carmilla Carmine.
Fuck. There are aspects of her I really like, and there are aspects that are really annoying and frustrating.
Another design I really like, In fact, from here on out, I love all these designs actually. Uh, like, yeah, one of the cooler looking characters. But she's very confusing in that she doesn't fit in with Hell at all. She's a weapons dealer. That's like their deal of her family. But she just like is like a really nice, caring, loving person. She's like some nice office lady who happens to be an overlord.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, I said
strange.
that with
Yeah,
Husk. The show gets more confused as it goes along because Hell just becomes much more arbitrary. Like Husk was already pushing it, and then Carmilla, just out of the goodness of her heart, she becomes a
yeah.
Naruto character for 20
When
minutes.
when you have someone singing about love, like
Yeah, and
whoa,
she's like,
whoa,
I'm
whoa, 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 over and over
and
again.
she's giving
Yeah.
these speeches about character development to Vaggie, being like, "This is your problem, and I am the wise master, and I will teach you my
Yeah.
ways." She turns into Jiraiya.
Yeah, she's yeah, yeah, she's frustrating. Also, I don't appreciate how many songs she gets. She gets too
Yeah,
many songs. Like
probably.
Respectless, great. Great contrast between the two. Now, having her sing two songs back to back is a bit odd. I'm not a fan of the Low Woah Love song very much. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah, it
And
is. It's
whatever it takes
fine, but
is
yeah.
okay sometimes, but it goes on too long.
It's
Like,
better than Welcome to Heaven, at least. I'll give him
yeah,
that.
it's not interesting enough though. It goes on for like it's like one of the longest songs on the soundtrack. It's like almost 5 minutes, I
The
think.
weirdest thing about
Uh,
Whatever It Takes, I actually like that she sets up the part with Vaggie where you get some more
yeah.
character development with Vaggie, which is good. But Carmilla, when she starts singing, it's like, wait, we're doing this now?
The thing is also both of these songs make the other one irrelevant because when she's singing about fight that you have to fight for love and not hatred or vengeance, she already said that during Whatever It Takes. It's the same sentiment. She's saying you have to fight for your loved ones, which is my two daughters. So either have Whatever It Takes with just Vaggie and someone else, or don't have it, or have Whatever It Takes and don't have for Low Woah Woof. I think sometimes the show is like we always do 2 songs per episode, and sometimes it's like we kind of need to put a song here, but we don't know what to make the song about. So yeah, that's a really odd one. Like it's just the whole point of that meeting is like for Vaggie to show up and for Kreml to say, "Oh, you kill them with angel weapons, you idiot." You should probably know that already.
How did no one try that yet?
Yeah, no one tried that.
I'm
Like,
surprised an angel didn't fall on their own weapon by accident in all the times
yeah.
this has happened.
I mean, Green, Vaggie knew that because another angel stabbed her in the eye with an angel weapon.
Oh,
Like Vaggie
fuck!
Vaggie knows that angel weapons can hurt
Oh,
angels
right,
because she, an angel, was hurt with an angel weapon.
That's
It's like a
that's
it's like
a
fucking
very
logic loop.
and she's been carrying
Yeah.
this spear around for
She
years,
has the spear.
and it has never
Yeah.
occurred to her to use
She
it.
needs to go to Carmilla for Carmilla to tell her what she already knew. So
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Okay,
in the face of all
this
this.
is fine. Also, that scene where she kills the angel with her feet, that annoys me because there's like 3 angels. She kills one, and the other 2 fly
she kills
away.
one, and the other one's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! We never
Doesn't
thought
that
anyone
kind
could
of defeat
fight."
the point?
Yeah,
If they all saw you do it, and they just choose
Yeah.
not to tell. Oh, maybe the
This
angels are like the egg boys. No one believes what they say.
also like this is a weird thing, but like imagine this. The point seems to be that like angels are kind of unaware that the demons can even fight back. They're just like, we have an overwhelming advantage, but surely overlords should be able to fight back against the angels
Yeah.
regardless. And Alistair is. So like it's not necessary to have an angelic weapon to kill an angel. You can just kill them by being really strong. So because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense for any of the overlords to still be alive. Like how haven't they all died during all the purges? Like
Yeah.
Alistair wasn't cornered by some angels.
Do they just use all their power to
Effort?
like make everyone else
They-
form a meat shield around them, and they just sit there?
Yeah, I guess when it's like thinning the herd season, the V's and all the overlords like hide inside of a fucking nuclear shelter, and so it's only the lower level demons that ever get killed. And Carmilla fucked up and went out for groceries and forgot what time it was. I was just out with my 2 daughters during a fucking reaping season. Oops.
Oh, yeah, Carmilla probably has the most plot holes. A small point, but when they start that meeting and Carmilla taps her papers on the desk and goes, "You are the overlords of hell. You all control the major interest in what's going on in hell." It's like, haven't you guys been doing this for like 300 years? That's just that's like a child's understanding of what's going on, and she's just saying it so the audience can go,
that really
"Oh,
was,
okay."
as you well know. Yeah.
If she had just come in and said like, "Let's get down to fucking business," I think everyone would have understood. Oh, okay, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy her little jab at Alistair, where she doesn't care that he's back.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Just another brick in the wall of Alistair becoming a normal character over time.
Yeah. Her best role is probably being the stern headmaster, like teacher, to kind of try and talk down to the V's as being these fucking snot-nosed wannabes. Yeah, that's cool. So
Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah, there's not going to be much argument here, I think.
Well, you say it first.
I think we can put Emily in S. She's very
Okay, that was my thought.
If you insist.
I mean, I love the design so much. She looks awesome. Fucking You Didn't Know is my favorite song on the soundtrack.
Yeah, she's not there for very long. She serves her role perfectly.
No, but she
has a very cute design. Yeah. Plays off of Charlie very well because she's just the Charlie of heaven.
That moment when they're both like sternly fists clenched, like singing back at Sarah about all the bullshit and injustices of heaven is fucking like one of the best moments in the whole show. Like, it's just fucking great.
I am trying to find oh, damn it. Okay, I'm gonna send you this very quickly. I forgot how to use Discord. Why is life so hard, Michi? If you can show this fan art real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I've just come to like this fan art as a reaction image. The other day in the server, I typed, it appears my superiority has led to some controversy, and I just dropped this image. It's just I like that. She has a lot of good fan art been coming out.
Also, isn't it interesting how they were they look like birds when they first show up. That's a neat little interesting detail. Is her and Sarah have like a bird design, and then they turn into more human forms, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on with Sarah's design. If we're getting to her, it's a little overwhelming for a second. She has like 15 curls coming off her head. She has 20 wings.
She opens at a certain point. She opens like a bunch of eyes all over her when she gets like annoyed or flustered or angry. Like she shows her kind of she probably has like some eldritch form, if you know what I mean, where she is just like a seraphim ball of fucking eyes and wings and shit.
Yeah.
And fire.
Remember her looking from the fire and her head's tilted a little bit. She's like, I was gonna
mention that. I was gonna mention that I feel like the to do what was required face with the reflection in the eyes. I feel like I've seen that like somewhere exactly. Like that is like I don't know if it's like from a fucking NTR comic or if it's like some fucking show, but that is like that's so familiar to me, and I never know what it is. But yeah, I mean, I think S2, they work really well together.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, I am hard vetoing S.
Okay, that's fine.
You like Sarah that much?
I don't like her as much as Emily, but like I was saying, if we're going on like it like well thought out, interesting, cool characters to have in the show. She serves her purpose perfectly too, right?
Okay, I mean,
Like
I'll allow her an Abe, but you're making a deal with me. I own your soul now. I will revoke. I will use this against you later.
She okay. She's A for me. That's fine. I agree that Emily is better anyway, so I'm happy with
Like
it.
we cannot put her above all these other characters.
You know, the thing is, I just value design so much.
I know even from that perspective, I get Emily. I don't get Sarah. She has a good. Her design is perfect for what it needs to be, but I don't adore her that much.
Looks
Okay,
awesome.
Nifty.
S.
Okay, see, I'll allow
This
you
one,
S, but I
yeah.
now own two of your souls.
Damn it! If only I
It keeps
had more
hap-
souls.
It
It's
keeps
okay. I've
happening.
played Dark Souls. I have like 20,000 souls. Yeah.
Soul of an
Uh,
aesthetic predilectionist.
Soul of a racist warrior.
Soul of a racist warrior.
uh,
God, I love that.
okay. Nifty is hilarious,
I mean, I
adorable.
like Nifty. She gets a little old
She has so many
sometimes.
good moments though. When she starts crying, when she bites fucking Valentino's fur off, when she's infatuated with Lucifer. When I one of my favorite moments in the whole show is when she just has a little aside with Alistair and she makes him the cockroach king and gives him a little crown and they both laugh like fucking insane idiots. Like
Nifty becomes slightly exhausting at times, but
yeah,
yeah, she
sure.
does have
I
lots
agree.
of good moments.
She has so many good moments and like when she showed up I was like I'm gonna love this character and I was right.
Yeah. Remember when she showed up and she went on that speech about men? One thing that
Yeah.
threw me with that, she seems convinced that Angel Dust is a woman in that moment. And
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's like her values essentially, where she kind of
hello.
regards like a character who identifies as a female, or if that's just like she just is dumb and she doesn't realize what Angel Dust is.
I'm also
I'm
not
not
totally
sure.
sure what's going on with Angel Dust. Are they they're at least slightly hermaphroditic in, their
I
general
think they
body
must
shape.
be. Yeah.
Is is there a chance Angel Dust is actually a hermaphrodite of some kind?
In the grand scheme, it wouldn't matter for their porn career.
Yeah, well,
They just
it
need
might
to have
matter a
a
lot
hole.
actually.
Well, they just need to have a hole that gets fucked on camera.
I
Like it
imagine
doesn't
there's
matter
a
if they have
market
one
for
or
that.
two. I feel like they probably also have a dick. Yeah, it's hard to say. I wouldn't be surprised with hermaphrodite.
Yeah, I don't totally know what's even implied going on with Angel Dust sometimes. I just wondered in that
Hmm.
moment, wait, is Nifty's, because Nifty said that before she had even talked to Angel Dust. So it's like, is
Yeah.
Nifty like meaning physically, and then Angel is. I'm just confused. Also, I don't know if Vivzy just changed her mind or Nifty's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
There's
things that moment could be implying.
some stuff from the pilot that is not canon anymore.
I don't know
So
if we're ever
it's not.
getting an answer in that. Okay, though. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, Adam.
Okay, this is the toughest one probably. I'm
It's
really
up
not.
there.
Yeah. Man, fuck.
Man, fuck, you say.
I mean, he's the true villain of the show.
Adam is frustrating for me because he is really fucking annoying. He is often extremely hard to watch, but he can be very funny, and he has a lot of good moments as well. Where I don't like Adam
Yeah.
at all when he's just on his own being Adam, but when Adam uses his fucking personality to inject drama and problems into situations,
Yeah.
it's fucking
He
hilarious.
He's hilarious. He is annoying, but he's meant to be. Like he is a douchebag chauvinist idiot. Um he's in the two best songs
Yeah.
and has some of the best parts in those songs. Uh
When
Man, it's
Adam
frustrating.
Adam's
And he's
best
got a great
moments.
design too, like where it's like it would be something regal and angelic and noble if it weren't for his stupid fucking face and him constantly talking about dumb shit. Like it's perfect. Like he
At,
ruins his own sanctity essentially.
it's weird too because Adam was with Lilith at one point. Both he and I hope that works out for you. Hello. Both he and Satan, they just have a zest for life, and they have a showmanship they inject into
Yeah.
situations.
They're literally making the same face in these two images.
Yeah,
They have
like
the eyebrows and the tongue and everything.
these two hate each other. They are more similar than they would care to
Yeah,
admit.
they really are. Yeah.
They're both
It's like
very
Lucifer.
immature. They both are like parent figures who are
Lucifer
negligent.
is like, it's as if like if they were normal dudes, it's like Lucifer's like 5 years older than Adam, so he's just like slightly more mature
Yeah.
by like a hair. But yeah, and in the universe he is because he's been there since the beginning of
A
time.
weird thing about
Whereas
Adam, I just realized he's literally killing his own descendants, like all the time.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like every
He's
single
everyone's
person he
daddy, like he
kills is
says.
his grandchild.
Yeah, yeah. He's his own father. Uh, in a way, this is just an odd thing I just thought of, but in a way, Lucifer is his father because all the angels created mankind. I guess that was after they'd already booted Lucifer, but maybe, I don't know, maybe Sarah
There's a
and
very
these other
strange.
angels are
There's a
like,
lot going on with
yeah,
this.
there's a lot going on. Yeah.
Adam's showmanship is so funny. I mean, me and you both laugh so hard when he did the air guitar, and then later
Yeah.
he makes a real guitar.
Then
Man,
he
he could
makes
have
one,
made
yeah.
a real guitar the entire time. He
Yeah,
just chose
that
to
was-
do air guitar for a while because it was
That's
funnier.
one of the funniest things. Yeah.
I love also
I-
when he holds up his hand and he's walking on clouds and he's doing the divine or he's acting like a priest for a second.
When he goes divine ordainment, and he like shakes his heads to the side and puts his fucking. He does the fucking hands of mercy, like you know what that is, like the cartoon meme.
I
You know what
don't.
I'm talking about?
No, I do not.
Like oh man, it's not gonna show up. Like it's either called the hands of mercy or the hands of.
Clone High.
It's something like mercy. Yeah, like in Clone High, they're called the hands of sincerity. That's it.
Oh,
The hands of
okay.
sincerity. Yeah. Hands of sincerity is like a Western cartoon thing
Oh,
where characters will like put their hands like this. Like he kind of does that, but like to each side instead. But it's still like the shape of it is very funny.
I'm so fucked up.
Yeah, like it's just like a funny cartoon thing. Like that, like he does this. Like his hands go like this, but one to either side. Like it's a stupid.
Okay, that's cute.
But yeah, he does that, but he shakes his.
I mean,
to side to
honestly,
side.
my biggest problem with Adam, right when he starts, right when he comes in, he's doing this annoying thing where he's pretending the ribs are real and they're not, and then he's just like yucking it up and laughing over nothing. He's too annoying too quickly, and then once he gets into the actual song, like when Adam just has free reign to say whatever he wants, he usually comes off as fucking annoying, and I just don't want to watch him. When he's actually in the zone with another character being the bad guy, he's usually pretty good.
Oh, man.
I like
think we have
during
to say.
I
I
like
think we have to say. Yeah, sorry.
I also like during You Didn't Know, Adam just it's lazy writing on one hand, but it's also funny. Adam just fucks up and
Yeah,
yells out the
he just
secret.
blurts. He just causes his own like death. Like he causes his own demise by just saying he wants to slaughter some little cunts.
Yeah. He goes, "What's the big deal?" And he's singing an apology.
What's the big? The way he says that, like the voice actor is so good at being like a douchebag. Like he literally like does the laugh. What's the big deal? Like that. And he just has this fucking squinty face.
I was
I love
surprised
that
he had
bit.
a
So
face
good.
at the end. I had internalized that was his actual face.
A fraction of a second before, Sarah says Adam don't.
Adam don't.
He still does it. Yeah.
I also like the nepotism. Oh,
yeah, go on.
I also like
No,
the
you
implied nepotism where Adam is literally only in a position of power because he happened to be the first guy. He has no talents.
Yeah. He has no talents. He's a horrible person. Like he's just this annoying idiot. And let's talk about what we feel about the design underneath the thing. It's
little
a bit
generic,
distracting,
but like fine.
Yeah, he looks like the Penny Arcade guy. Doesn't he?
He kind of a little bit.
Like yeah, like he looks like this dude.
Oh, great.
Or even the other, like both of them kind of joined into one. It's slightly distracting that he looks like that, or he looks like a character from Danny Phantom or something. it's kind of funny that he would just be a normal dude because that's what he is. So yeah, that's interesting. It's kind of lame though. I have mixed feelings about him, like about that. Like I have mixed feelings about Adam as a whole. So I think A for Adam might be
A
what
for Adam. I
we
think
have to
that's
agree
fair.
on. Yeah,
I
he's at the
understand
higher end
putting
of A.
him in the ones on either side, but A's probably fair because I
Yeah,
don't adore
A
him or
seems
anything.
good.
Okay,
Okay,
this
now
is.
Lucifer. Ooh,
I'm gonna say A.
man, I was gonna say S. I'm happy with A.
I could do either, but like I don't I don't adore Lucifer because Lucifer is kind of annoying. He has a lot of character moments that feel like filler, where they just need him to do something. Like the whole scene early on where he's in his fucking apartment or palace, I guess,
Yeah, he's making rubber duckies.
making rubber ducks and just whining, and then he's like, ah ha ha, beat that depression. I do kind of like that he's an estranged dad who is trying, although that got a little confusing because with Lilith, she's just gone. With Lucifer, who even is the problem here? Is he neglecting Charlie or is Charlie neglecting him? I can't tell.
Yeah, that was confusing because the song implies that he was like it's so confusing because it's like at first it seems like he's estranged because he spends all his time in his office, right? But then his daughter comes to his office and he's fine with that. He's not the like daddy's busy kind of dad, right? But
Yeah,
then
he's
Lilith
really not.
Lilith instead is like, "Oh, come on." And he could just get up and go with them, I guess, but he's like, "Oh no, this is for the best." But then that would make sense if like the story begins and Charlie is living with Lilith and she has to contact her estranged dad who hasn't been seen in a while, right? But it's like she just kind of left home and then her mom left afterwards. It's odd, to
Yeah,
say the
it's.
least. Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Maybe they just gradually quit getting along, and they just both find it awkward and kind of chat. I don't know. It's very. I mean, he is relatable. Where Charlie tries to tell him what's going on in her life, and he forgot everything they said during the last call, which is just me. I mean, you can probably confirm I do that all the time, where I ask people, "Oh, what did you do last week?" and I talked to them 3 days ago, and they already told me, and they pretend
Yeah,
not
no.
to.
He's
Yeah,
great
it's so
as a
hard
like
being
an
a father.
estranged dad. I mean, stuff I really like about him. I like that aside from the confusion bit, I like the relationship of them kind of bonding again after this break. That hits kind of close to home for me in a way. Which is why I like the song. I like more than anything a bit more than you. Even though it's sappy as fuck. I love him and Alistair bickering. It's so funny. I love the way they go ha 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 at each other with these fucking dead looks in their fucking eyes. And they're both competing for the affection of this girl, even though they're both eldritch horrors. Uh,
I like again
and
his zest for life. I like that
I love his.
he has some flair and some passion. You know, not for anything he should have a flair or passion for, but
Here's the whole thing that I love about him. It is that he is a very refreshing take on Lucifer slash Satan. I know Satan is a different character in Hazbin, but whatever. The devil, right? They could have gone a lot of different ways. I think it's interesting to keep in the most prominent aspect of him seems to be that, like, to make it hard for people to forget that he was an angel. Like, he constantly uses his angel abilities. He still loves, like, building toys and making stuff for happiness and stuff like that. Like, he still is an angel at his core. He's just an angel that got, like, what's the word, like when you banish someone, like exiled.
fallen?
Yeah, like he got exiled from his he got deported essentially.
I don't even understand what the conflict is, but it seems like he might not even totally know either.
They were like, yeah, it seemed like conspiratorial in a way. I especially like the way that I love the idea that he gave humans knowledge as like a good thing. He's essentially Prometheus more than the snake from the Garden of Eden, really. He gave humans like knowledge and he expected humans to do all these great things, and then he became disappointed by humans being evil. Like that's a really fun, like, cosmological idea, I think. I like all that backstory stuff. Him on a moment to moment basis is just kind of a silly dork.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he has good moments, and he also just has confusing moments. I like how real he keeps it, where he looks out and he goes, "Charlie, our people are terrible. We gave them free will, and look what they did.
Yeah. Our people are fucking awful. I hate all of them." Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, my song, I started this."
Yeah.
Your song, I started it.
Yeah,
I love, I love his song. I love he starts speaking French in a French accent. I love when he goes, "I'm gonna fuck you," and I love how he's a little manlet too. Like,
I do
it's
like
adorable.
how he's short. That's cute.
He's like standing in front of Adam, and he's like half his size.
Yeah. Charlie is like a foot taller than him.
Yeah,
but we know Charlie's is really his because they were born with the same makeup.
And I like how, despite all of this, they didn't do something dumb like be like, "Oh, he's the head of hell," but turns out all along he's just a kid and he's not scared. No, he also is a terrifyingly powerful demon who is like, "Don't fuck with my fucking daughter, I'll fucking murder you."
I got a little confused in places. One, I find myself wondering, what does he actually do? What does being King of Hell actually mean? Is it just he's the strongest one and everyone's afraid of him? Does he have responsibilities?
I think it's undisputed that he's the strongest, and maybe he kind of is holding it together as a realm just by his mere existence. But I get the idea that the running of things at a top level is essentially done by Carmilla and the gang way more than... I mean, I know that there are devils above the overlords. Like, there are the 7, like, deadly sins devils who are even stronger than the overlords, and then there's Lucifer above them.
I mean, it's kind of... Yeah, I'd buy it being a medieval situation where, you know, most of the people, most of the time, their immediate social superior is the one they're actually worried about.
Yeah.
And the king is there... And if a civil war breaks out, whoever sides with the king is probably going to win. So no one fucks with the king, but he doesn't actually do all that much.
Yeah. If there were an actual revolt, like the V's literally try to conquer hell and be the heads of it, then he'd definitely get up off his ass and put a stop to that. But aside from that, he's probably just enjoying his life.
Yeah, he's a fisher king. He's a ducker king.
And I think we've also agreed on A for Lucifer.
Yeah, I mean, I would be okay
he's
with
like,
S, but
he's there. I would
be
okay with S too.
My impulse is A. You know, he can go in S. That's fine. We are getting a
Let's
bit of a bloated S though. Also, these
like
last two people are.
Damn
it.
This is I left the best for last. Yeah.
Well,
I know you love
the
Charlie.
Last. I might put Charlie in
yeah.
S. Like she's just a perfect character for what she needs to be. Like, Charlie rarely has moments where I go, "Oh fuck, that was the best moment or characterization of all time." But she's very solid the entire time. She never makes me mad.
Yeah,
the only thing that confuses me is her anger at Vaggy's secret, and that only lasted for a few minutes. She sells the aesthetic of this world very, very well.
Yeah, very effective main character. Her design is vastly improved from the pilot, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's...
Like Alistair doesn't change almost at all from his pilot design. Like he looks great in both. In the pilot, she looks a bit wonky. Her hair doesn't really seem to know what it wants to be. Her face is a bit kind of weird. She's not really owning the outfit. I like her. Yeah, they really improved her for the show. I like her little outbursts of going into demonic rage. That's a cute little touch.
Yeah, I wanted more of that almost. Or you know what? Actually, never mind. I had the perfect amount in season 1. I need them to actually do something with it in season 2.
Yeah, they need to step on the gas on that a bit.
She's bared her fangs 3 or 4 times. I need to see her actually bite someone.
Yeah, we need Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, great main character. I don't mind her and S. I think this is a, I get Nifty, you get
I'll
Charlie
put her
kind of
there.
deal.
Her designs
She can
side by
stay with her
side with
dad.
each other. It's interesting because her old design did have some charms to it that weren't exactly
Yeah, I'm
carried
not saying it
through.
was bad.
But it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's like watching an acorn turn into a tree. Her new design feels more mature, more flexible, more developed,
Yeah.
more thought through. Sometimes her legs are a little long and it weirds me out, but very
Yeah.
rarely.
She does have quite a high crotch, but
Yeah, she
yeah.
does. Vaggie likes it that way, though, I bet.
I'm sure Vaggie, I don't enjoy Vaggie's body shape very much. She's kind of like stumpy in a weird way, but it kind of makes sense for like she just like a normal GF, a homely GF in a way.
Yeah, Vaggie is she's just the stern,
He has like the hook
straight
nose
man
going on.
character who's
Yeah.
totally normal and reasonable, and she fills out the roster. Vaggie's almost there just to smooth out interactions between other characters.
Yep.
But Charlie's
Oh,
Charlie's very cool. I like her hair. I like that they're hinting more and more at her having powers at the end. I like in the last song she gets to do a little creation magic, where I don't know if you'd even seen her do that.
yeah, that's right.
I think you'd only seen her dad do that. Oh yeah, briefly about her dad. His powers annoy me a fucking little bit, just because one
They can make fucking rebar show up
yeah,
out of nowhere.
no, that's very cool, and that makes a lot of sense. Like, okay, Satan has the powers of creation, and that's what makes him special in hell.
Yeah,
And it's
he's an
even implied
angel.
he can only do that in hell, and that's why he never leaves. But it's like, oh, how does he fight? He turns into animals. Like, okay. First of all, that's just more Teen Titan shit,
Well,
which I somehow
that
missed until
okay.
right now.
To be fair, that was him fucking with Adam.
Yeah,
like he's not
okay.
When he decides to fight, he literally punches his fucking lights out and throws him into a fucking crater. Like he's just being a fucking meme lord because he knows Adam can't possibly hurt him.
And we don't need to spend 20 minutes on this, but it's so fucking annoying that he didn't show up until the end. It's like this is the one thing he would definitely show up for.
That has no explanation.
I mean, and I would be okay with that.
The least busy guy in hell. Like this is the most important event in his.
I'm surprised he didn't just send an army of rubber ducks to fight for him.
Yeah, honestly.
And that would have made sense, but they needed to establish a cost. They needed to establish a reason that he doesn't get involved that will create a cost later. Like if there had been something where there's like a deal where he's not allowed to participate, and by showing up he breaks the deal and now it's open game on everyone, including him and Charlie, that would make sense.
It would totally make sense if angel weapons can still harm each other, but angels themselves were incapable of hurting each other. And that would be a good restriction on Lucifer, Like, we have to fight this fight. We can't just ask for Lucifer for help because angels aren't allowed to hit each other. Like, we know that's not true because Vaggie gets stabbed, but it would make total sense. Like, it would be a cool thing for heaven. Like, heaven is a place of no conflict and no hurt. It would be cool if literally the angels themselves were impeded from harming each other.
This would have been maybe a little too, I don't know, hardcore for what the finale ended up being. But I almost wish he had said something like, oh, I fucking promise God that I won't intervene. That's just part of the deal. And then he intervenes, and then the sky opens up, and he just, like, a beam of light turns him into a block of ice or something. Just God shows up and fucking destroys Satan.
The fucking Monty Python foot comes from
Python foot.
Yeah, and it steps on him, and he's like a flat pancake.
Yeah.
I'd love to see, like the Holy Grail version of God, where he's just like, "Come on, then, what the fuck are you doing?" It just shows up this big bearded face.
Yeah. I just
Lucifer,
wish they had established a
boy.
reason that he wouldn't be involved. And we can spend an hour talking about the final fight, and we might right now. Okay, Alistair.
I mean,
here we are.
Literally was gonna, yeah.
Here we are at the fucking the hardest one, the creator's pet, the meme character, the character who was designed in a lab to produce massive piles of porn and fan art.
The Noid himself.
Yeah, the person who's shown up in 5 trillion AI covers in the last 3 weeks. This is hard because part of me wants to put him in S, but part of me knows that
Yeah,
Vivzy
part
wants
of me
that,
wants to
and I
put him
don't
in
want to
S, yeah,
let
but I'm
her
like, I don't want to
win.
play into yeah, totally.
You're playing checkers, I'm playing chess, Vivzy.
Man, we've talked about it before, but we'll say it again. Like, we have annoyances with Alistair. I feel like the whole entire last fight scene, I know he has plans for the hotel, but it would have been more in character maybe for him to act like he was going to help them and then kind of like leave and hope that they all get murdered, because that's like part of his plan. It's like some big blood sacrifice. If Lucifer's daughter gets murdered, then he can enact this plan. And then and then for him to show up at the end and be like, "Oh, I was totally here helping you guys." Yeah. Like, that seems like more of his thing. Like, him actually literally facing off against Adam seems like a fucking crazy risk for him to do. I mean, I know he made a deal.
Or him even toying with
Yeah.
Adam, and that, like, how he escapes. If he had escaped on his own volition after just distracting Adam for a few minutes, even that would have made more sense. Where he's not escaping because he's in danger, he's escaping because he just doesn't give a shit, and he toys with Adam for a second, then leaves. Like, that would have made more sense.
Something feels odd about it. Like, something's off, and also like it kind of deflates the whole like him getting hurt and going and then having this monologue song, because like, and the V's being all like, "Oh, Alistair's missing," and then he just
that's
comes
the
back
worst
immediately.
part of the whole show.
He just shows up.
They establish him being gone as this, hook for the second season, and then he just shows up.
It's the end of the season. He just shows up, and Lucifer goes, "Oh, this guy."
Have him do that in episode 3 of the next season. Like, why do it now?
In the next season. Like,
do they just need him to sing in the final song? Is that literally? It probably is just that.
I know this is me like giving Amazon and Vivzy bad ideas, but literally do the cynical thing and fucking string us along. Like, keep him hidden. Fucking please bait me, like, for the next season, and then just have him show up at a cool moment. Like, oh, it's fine, he's immediately back, and Vox must be like, "Oh, I just saw a tweet, and I guess Alistair's okay. Never mind."
Yeah, it was funny. I missed it the first time, but if you watch Husk's face when he shows up again,
yeah, Husk is like
everyone is happy except Husk.
This motherfucker again. Also, they could have done a fun thing in season 2 where it's like Lucifer kind of has taken on the Alistair role for the first 2 episodes, like you wanted, right? It would make sense.
Oh,
he's like,
that would make sense.
Fuck this decor. I'm decorating everything in pizzazzy angel magic. Look at me, fucking slot machines and champagne fountains. And I'll bring in my own fucking angelic staff or whatever the fuck I have. And Charlie could have a whole thing where she's like, "That's cool, but like, I kind of like that how it was, Dad. You don't need to overcompensate this much. We're fine, And then Alistair shows up, and he's like, "Missed me?" with a fucking grin and shit. Like, that would have been awesome. Instead, we're gonna start season 2, and it's gonna be like Lucifer knocking on the bathroom door because Alistair's using it for too long because now they live in the same fucking hotel.
The Hell's Greatest Dad song. The funniest part of that is that it's unclear if Alistair actually feels this way or if he just decided.
Oh, totally not.
If he just decided, I'm gonna. Yeah. You know what? I'm Charlie's dad now, just because it'll make Satan mad.
That's totally it.
And
like,
Satan totally bites. He doesn't even try to be dignified. He just gets pissed and insecure.
He's just like, that's the best part. Is that, like, Alistair has never shown any sort of affection up to this point. Then Lucifer shows up. He's immediately like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And so Alistair immediately is like, "Yo, yeah, she's my dad. I've been here since the start. Aren't I cool?"
Yeah.
And it makes Charlie swoon over him.
Yeah. He starts throwing new agey concepts like the family you choose is better. It's like, you don't believe that at all, Alistair. Shut up.
Yeah. Like, he fucking cares about like he has any values or morals that he would uphold.
I don't know, by the end of the first season, they've whittled Alistair down to. I mean, I've said this so many times, but the problem with Alistair is over the course of the season, he just becomes another character. He just becomes a member of the squad who is maybe the most evil member, the strongest member, the weirdest member, whatever. But he just is a member of the crew now. He's not this higher entity who's hovering around, waiting to do his own unrelated plans. I mean, maybe he still is.
He's supposed to be pulling all the strings.
But he's just acting like he's just one of Charlie's friends towards the end. I don't know if he actually likes Charlie, because why did he stay around and actually fight Adam?
Exactly. That's like a miscalculated...
Why does he give a shit?
Like, that's awfully risky, as he saw it was. Like, he wasn't expecting to get his fucking microphone staff sliced in half and his fucking chest cut open. Yeah, he almost fucking died. Like, unless either he's stupid and he didn't account for Adam actually being strong, which I don't see at all, or he's for some reason he's so invested in this that he would risk his own life. Like, how? Yeah.
Or the third
or he really loves
option,
Charlie so much, but
Lilith is controlling him and he's obliged to help Charlie because of Lilith.
Yeah, that could save it.
I mean, it is just the fan. It is just fanin, however the fuck you say it at this point. I mean, I said this the other day, before certain things happened. But the time he has been missing is also the time that Lilith has been missing. That is a very heavy, hint towards them being connected in some way. Maybe Lilith is just controlling Alistair and he's protecting Charlie because he knows Lilith will fucking kill him if he doesn't. Like, that could be it.
Yeah, that's the best theory, but I wouldn't. I'm still not like I'm not gonna fully get my hopes up for that, because I feel like I'm I'm scared it could be like a Sherlock situation where all the fans of that dumb show were like, Guys, we have so many theories of how to make sense of this shit show. I mean, I know it doesn't make any sense right now. Like, there's been so many plot holes and inconsistencies, but I swear, we have to trust the showrunners. They're gonna explain everything, and then they just end up getting burned.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but there are exactly two mysteries in the show. One, Alistair has been gone for 7 years, and two, Lilith has been gone for 7 years. Those are the only questions that we need answered.
And the third one, Alistair has made a deal with someone, and he's got shackles of his own. Who could that be? So, I
and
understand
four,
that,
does Angel Dust have genitals? So many questions.
We have so many questions. Fuck it.
Yeah, okay, fine. You win, Fibsy! You fucking bitch!
But he's at the bottom of the S tier.
Yeah, that'll show her.
I guess it should go something like this. Well, okay, fine. Something like this. Emily turns out to be the best character because she's flawless.
Yeah. Yeah, I do wonder what Emily is gonna do. I wonder if she's gonna show up.
You know what's odd? The room in which Serpentius revives, it's just Sarah and Emily kind of sitting in there, and it kind of looks like the back of like a vehicle, like a shuttle.
They're
or
gonna shoot him in the fucking head and throw him in a ditch.
Yeah, but what were they doing there? Were they just like sitting there, and is Emily like being like a teenager now, where she's just like gonna be all moody and be like "fuck you" every time Sarah says something?
Yeah,
because she knows she lied to her. I don't know. But she seemed really excited when Serpentius showed up. Sarah looked fucking horrified.
Another fan theory.
I don't think they can shoot angels in the head. Probably.
I don't know.
I doubt that, or else they would have shot Adam in the head long ago.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Remember, for those they've all got divine ordainment after all.
Yeah, meaning extermination is entertainment.
Yeah, extermination is entertainment.
That's great.
I like when he summons the bunch of clapping angels, and Charlie says, "Where did all these angels come from?"
Yeah.
And then at the end, he does grab her wrist, so I think he maybe just was there, and he can do hologram magic.
He was just being a dick.
Yeah.
Reality bends around Adam being a jerk.
Yeah, the bigger he's like a asshole-ish black hole. A black asshole, if you will. Like,
Great,
just
Michi.
fucking sucks everything.
That was
Sorry.
wonderful, the thing you just said.
I was trying to make there was some kind of pun going on there.
It really
Oh,
wasn't.
Mr. Ben Saint just liked us doing tier lists. That's cool. Maybe he's in chat.
Oh god, yeah. Oh fuck, that's a thought and a half, isn't it?
I wonder if Ben Saint has watched Hazbin Hotel. I bet he has.
He's probably complained about it for like 50 hours, and then he was like, whatever.
Now, let's not get mean.
How is that
now...
mean? I mean, it doesn't strike me as something that he would love.
Nah, I'm kidding. We're done with this.
We basically are. Oh yeah, we better save it. This is very important. You need to post this on Twitter.
If we want to keep, yeah, I will. If we want to keep talking about,
I mean, we could do.
Hazbin, we could do the songs.
We 100% could. My bladder is about to explode, so just fill the air for like 60 seconds. I'll be right back.
Oh no, I can't even see the chat.
Oh no. Well, there hasn't been. People haven't talked in a while. I'll be right back.
Okay. What can I do a tier list of on my own? Man, that's tough. Of course. What could be more obvious? Oh man, the halos. That's interesting. Oh fuck. Oh. That's it. That's a C. Oh, both versions too, man. That's cheating. Fuck. Okay. Doing this with no explanations. Screw it.
Okay, what the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, look at that. -7 viewers. What the fuck? Oh, I'm guessing these are Blue Archive people or something.
Look at this. These are all the archives.
You know, when you look at this, you don't get a little feeling like maybe I have a fucking problem.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do.
Oh my god, Iroha is so good.
Oh hey, it's those girls that wear purple that are in all the fan art.
Wear purple?
Wait, like in go down. Like third row, like fourth and fifth from the
Hina, yeah.
Yeah.
Hina's definitely
See her on 4chan a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, people seem to like her.
Anyways,
we have okay.
Song tier list.
I know.
This is the easiest tier list to make.
Yeah, I don't actually remember.
I'll say what all the songs are. Oh, what all the ratings
Well, I don't
are.
remember because we both made these independently, and I have a feeling everything is going to be out of order if we do it again.
I'm not going to look at mine. I'm going to look at it after.
I also won't look at mine, so we're going to figure this out together.
Because some of these I will have changed my opinion on. Like, Happy Day in Hell is grown on me a bit more.
It has for me too.
Perfectly fine opener.
Yeah. I could do B or A.
B?
Let's start
I'm feeling
with B.
a B.
We might move some of these. Okay.
Okay, well, Hell's Forever is obviously an S tier song.
Yeah, we'll put that S.
It's perfect. Has a great fucking back and forth.
It sets the tone.
Yeah, it sets the tone just right. Sounds awesome. I love how it goes into I like how it goes into the cool alternate like segment bit where he's like black and white and then he tries in a fucking hole to hell. Yeah, he starts fucking coming
Yeah.
down on the clouds.
Yeah,
And
they
he
reference
puts his,
Bad Apple in this.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing to just throw in.
Yeah, it's great. Nothing else can be said
Yeah,
about
it's
it. I mean,
just
this is what sells you on the show.
it
Like
sets
when
the
you start
tone.
watching it, episode 1, you're like, okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because these are, they set the tone. It's just like happy day and hell is forever, and
Yeah,
they immediately
yeah,
put Charlie in her place and start the thing.
exactly.
Stayed Gone. I
S,
No,
baby.
not S.
God damn it.
I don't think
It's
it's
so good
S.
though.
Because there are parts of the song that are really good, and there are parts of the song that are really not.
I will say the best part of the whole song is once the you've lost your signal and we get
Yeah.
the like slowed down with the it has like a harpsichord or something in the background
I
going
mean,
like
I'll say this. Alistair's parts where he's just, just digging into Vox's ass, those are the really good parts. Those parts are S, but I think Vox's parts are more A, so I think A. I think it's just not. I say A.
I agree with that. I think it's between A and A. Like I agree that his parts are S and his parts are A.
Let's say he's a
Although I
hard
do love
A.
that his medium is getting pretty rare.
It is. He pulls out a deer.
Yeah, he's eating a deer,
Just because.
which is what Alistair does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have it starts with sorry.
C.
See.
I don't hate it, but I rarely
The
seek
only
it out.
part I really like of this song is when they go, "Can we just kill him?"
I mean, that's the
shoot him
thing
and
with every
spill
Hazbin
his
song, though.
blood. Yeah.
They have these little earworms peppered through them, where they have they're mediocre songs with really good moments in them that stick in your head.
But I was like the main melody of the song is pretty lame and generic and Serpentious. It's funny that he's singing, but it's still stupid hearing a dude with a lisp go sorry.
He's doing the snake voice as he sings.
Yeah.
Respect.
Sounds like Linkara singing.
Oh, don't even say that. For the
But he did Les Mis.
Please don't say that. I hate that you got me.
With sorry,
I hate that you got me into the humor surrounding Linkara because it ruins your life. I can't say the phrase "I guess" anymore. I have to do it in the Linkara voice.
Whatever.
I guess. Respectless.
Respectless is S. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna ask, is it S or A? Because it could be either. I'll say
my
S.
one, I believe I think on my one it was like this, but I think on your one it was like this.
Yeah, let's do S.
This is fine.
Whatever.
A great fucking. Well, we should talk a bit about this song.
Yeah, we
maybe,
should.
But insane earworm, the sassy British fucking rap that's going on. It is something I never thought I would enjoy, and like I said, the character thing, it was on the edge of pissing me off so many times. But man, it's great. The boom bap of the whole thing is,
yeah,
it's infectious.
Remember when she goes, "I'm the backbone of the V's," and she's backing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fucking and then at the end, Alistair goes, "That was a productive meeting."
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then they have
really
the
good.
dinosaur character say,
actually...
"We just got started," because we have to say it twice. We can't just let one person acknowledge it. Like Vivsy's two creator pets are in the same room, so they both have to have the last word.
They both have to have a little thing. Yeah, Susie just shuts her mouth, and the light bulb dude never says anything. But but also it's a great song at establishing, like, to get the plot kind of started with the whole angel death thing and the relationship between the V's and the rest of the Overlords. Like, that's cool. I dig it.
It's a good way to do
I like Zestial's little
exposition.
couplet. Yeah.
I mean,
It's not even a couplet, it's just one line.
I'll give Hazbin credit. It knows how to do exposition in a fun way. You could imagine the fucking info dumps, and even the beginning of the first episode starts with a prequel where it's like a storybook and Charlie's just narrating the concept, and that was pushing it. But then most of the time it's like, oh, if we need exposition, we'll have a jaunty melody with some jokes. It's like, okay, that's nice. I like that.
So now we have Whatever It Takes.
B.
Like a B, I think.
I'm
it's
B.
better than
just put in
Dark.
B.
I enjoy
song
the
has a
middle
very
8
bad
section.
start.
Yeah, I enjoy. Yeah, very bad start. I enjoy the middle 8 section when Vaggie breaks in with the piano. Even though that's totally, that one is like blatantly stolen from like something, and again I can't put my finger on it. Like it's so annoying. Like this show, it's like definitely like 3 songs I've heard that do that exact same chord progression.
Oh, it's from Will Smith's video game.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
The Chinese video game.
The Chinese
Yeah.
video game with the zombies and the musical
with
number in the
where
middle.
Will Smith doesn't appear, but they paid for his likeness.
Yeah. They just paid for a non-disclosure agreement or something. And
now,
whatever it takes, it gets Vaggie some characterization and some ability to. She's still talking about another character, but she gets to do something where it's about her. It's not. She's alone. You know, she's alone and she's having opinions. Because Vaggie mostly exists just to react to what other people say around her.
Yeah.
So she gets some nice characterization, which is nice.
Okay. Now it's good Whale isn't here because I imagine he hates Poison with a fucking raging boner. But I think Poison is actually really catchy and fun. It
Poison
might be
grows
A.
on you.
Yeah.
I think A is perfect.
I think A is good. No,
and Poison does a lot. Poison does a lot of characterization and
it's
exposition
a very emotional,
and world building.
Important song.
The aesthetic of the show is very strong in Poison.
Also, I know there's been some controversy with idiots being like, oh, it glorifies toxic relationships and abuse and stuff. I, on the other hand, think that's a very interesting, unusual thing to make a song out of. And that stuff normally, like, his kind of pleasure in wallowing in his pit of despair and like having given himself up to this lifestyle is something that isn't really serviced in lots of cartoons, at least, and like Western media that I've consumed. So
yeah, I mean,
I think just for that, it's worth it.
I mean, it fucking works. So anyone who has a problem can shut up.
Yeah. People should shut up.
Yeah. Angel Dust. You mentioned that Angel Dust is one of the more mature characters or one of the more emotionally complex characters.
Yeah, he's like an onion. He has layers.
Yeah, it does a very good job. It sets up.
He's not just some dick sucking.
I mean, this is ostensibly what the show is about, and the song is exactly in the middle of the show. It comes right before Hell's Greatest Dad, which is the palate cleanser. As we're ramping things up again. I think it's fine. Also, the directing is surprisingly good if you watch it again.
Yeah, it's like a proper music video.
Like at the beginning where Angel's walking backwards, and then later Val's, the gesture and posing with Val being a giant moth guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that went into it than you first look.
Also, I said at the time when we were watching it that I was like, because all the songs I was like, God damn it, this is of this song, like they're doing this now, and this is like a Lady Gaga music video, like totally like the dance moves, fucking when he's got like his backup dancers and shit, and he's in the fucking like lycra leather spandex suit, yeah. So yeah, that's funny. Okay, we have Loser Baby.
It's.
Man, this one, it might be B. I think in mine I put it at A before, but I think I've kind of hollowed on it a bit. I think when I made my initial tier list, I had it stuck in my head because it is very catchy. Because like it's like a classic. It's like a tried and true formula for making like a catchy, like jig sort of bouncy song. Yeah, just a piano duets, but it doesn't hold up that well. I think B is fine.
I think B is fine because it's not a bad song, and it has definitely good moments, and it's
got some funny bits to it.
It needs to be in there. It serves its purpose. It's just not as good. I mean, Keith David
also funny.
Does a good job.
Imagine Keith David having to sing.
I compulsively compliment Keith David every time he comes up because you feel like he's doing the show a favor by being there.
I feel like he's doing the show because his kids asked him to because they were fans of the pilot. Like that's how it feels. Like Like this is a weird example to bring up, but Spice World, the Spice Girls movie.
I
I've
do
never
not, but
watched
keep
it.
talking.
Well, the thing is, I know Stephen Fry is in it, and the reason he's in it is because he had nephews or nieces, nephews who like it meant the world to them to get autographs from the Spice Girls, and so when they asked him to be in the film, he said yes because they asked him for that. Like they asked him to get them autographs. So that's why he's like in there for like a couple scenes. Like I feel like it's that kind of thing, maybe.
Oh, that is a very, very good point.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay, now this is annoying because
Are you worried we're gonna bloat Thanes with too many S's?
Man, the thing is, I want to give it an S, but in my head, the Mimsy segment doesn't exist.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I
literally
Mimsy
hit
segment.
pause when Mimsy shows up.
Like I reject your reality and I substitute my own. I literally can and probably will at some moment just take the .flac file I have in my computer and trim the last bit off of it. Like I can just do that. Like if people are allowed to play Skyrim with mods and say it's a good game, then I'm allowed to mod. Then I'm allowed to mod Hell's Greatest Bad and say it's an S tier song. We live in a beautiful era.
Yeah, that's fine. The biggest problem with Hell's Greatest Dad is it just has that sharp point where it stops and then starts again, and the good part of that only lasts for like 25 seconds.
Yeah, after the like accordion.
Yeah,
stop.
where it's like they say when you're looking for assistance. Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
That's
angelic power.
More
also, the Mimsy part isn't even just awful because she's singing. It's also awful because the instrumentation goes. Yeah,
it's like the song shouldn't listen to what she wants.
Yeah.
You don't have that power.
Yeah, just keep. Yeah, I know. She changed the song. She literally warped the song into an evil.
Yeah. Okay. So Satan and Alistair are singing at each other, but Mimsy is just so charismatic and important that the song ignores them to focus on her.
Yeah. She fucking steals the spotlight when that's impossible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So more than anything, I like this song a bit more than you. For me, it's an A. I think.
I'm fine with it. It has those awkward moments when it has awkward parts where they're more just talking than singing.
Yeah, I know.
I'm fine with B. I could do B or C. I'll do B.
I just enjoy the melody, like quite a lot.
It has its moments. It's just not as good as it needs to be.
Yeah, it's cringy when they're doing kind of like the breathy cry voices at each other, but Lucifer has like a good singing voice for kind of any genre. Like the voice actor is good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even dislike this song. I like it. I'm just it needs to have some distance between the ones above it.
That's fair.
I like the part where he's like seeing like I've wanted to find out who you are, and they're reconnecting and stuff. Like that's a nice touching moment.
Yeah.
The song is just a little plotting, and there's just not enough to it to make it up with Poison and Stayed Gone.
That's fair.
To be clear, B is not bad, and C is even not bad.
No, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I'll still listen to these.
I still listen to Welcome to Heaven, and we're about to destroy it. Even the bad song is okay.
Yeah, so the question here is definitely, is it C or D?
Yeah, let's put in D because we need something in D.
We need something in D, but yeah, just like painfully boring.
Like it starts with sorry is not offensive. No. Welcome to Heaven is kind of offensive.
Yeah, it starts with sorry has the added bit of being slightly funny in that the other characters all want to murder Serpentius, and he is just having a turn of a change of heart, even though he's a fucking evil snake man. And
even in Welcome to Heaven, like the part where they talk to the angels is cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but like
where Emily is like, I want to show some outsiders around. Yay! Yeah, that's
the
cute.
beat is so unremarkable. I hate Peter singing. I love his like weird yelp when he goes like that, like fuck.
Yeah. Oh, when he says everyone is hot, that one
background everyone is hot.
That one background chan with the red and white pattern. is kind
Yeah,
of
it's like a
cute.
flex.
Is
There's like a flexing dude,
yeah, one of the
and then
background chants is cute. That's all I can say.
at the end he's like panting,
Yeah.
um, and it's stupid.
Did you just
Yeah.
blow a popper? What the fuck are you up to, man?
But never mind that, because this is my favorite song. You didn't
We
know.
we can do S.
Good.
I I could see S or A being appropriate, but we can do S. I mean, I think I like the song more than Welcome to Heaven. Oh wait, no, but more than Hell is Forever. Hell is Forever.
More than House Forever, I do too. Yeah. The thing, this is an interesting thing because I'm a big fan of like in soundtracks, which is essentially is. I mean, the show has its own soundtrack too, but um, I love leitmotifs and I like reincorporation and callbacks in songs, and that's why, like for example, in Made in Abyss, the second soundtrack, my probably the highlight of the thing is the Prushka sequence to me, which is like it's like the longest song on the soundtrack. And I love it because apart from it just being a really good song and it being like very like tugs at your heartstrings because it's about, you know, what the song is about and what part it plays over. I love two specific things about it, which are the Prushka's theme is just the rumble of scientific triumph, but played on piano. Like it's the same song, which makes sense because Bondrewd is her dad, you know?
Yeah.
Like the ba ba, and then there's like na 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 na
Why
na na
didn't
na, like
Bondrewd jump in Hell's Greatest Dad? He would have been perfect.
that melody that they're chanting and is all like scary and epic in Rumble of Scientific Triumph is turned into this meek, sad little melody for the Prushka sequence. And then later in the song, they play the theme of Made in Abyss, the dun, 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 from the first season, which is really a gut punch because you know that Prushka longs and wishes that she could have been along with them on their adventure. And it's part of her theme, and she can't do it because she's a fucking flesh cube. I love that shit. So getting back to You Didn't Know, I love that
similar situations.
It is because it's a slap in the face to Hell's Forever, the very first episode song, and it references it twice. Adam brings it up as an argument. He's like, "Did you forget that Hell's Forever?" And then they go, "Well, if Hell's Forever, then Heaven is a lie." And it's the perfect little setup and punchline to that. Like that's really clever, and the whole song just sounds great. Like it has so many different segments, and they all work. They're all memorable. It kind of falls off at the end a bit, with the Adam being like, "Oh, your girlfriend's a liar," and this it's like winding down. That part isn't as fun as the rest of it, but the rest of it is fucking great. Sarah's bit is great. Emily's everything. I love when fucking Adam and his side bitch just pop in and talk about fucking Angel Dust having too many cocks in his mouth. Yeah. It's just a fucking great song. I can listen to it over and over, and I have. Yeah,
very cool.
This is like the peak of the musical ideas of the show.
Yeah. And it's very cool. Also, Thupa jumped in and said, "I like the part where a Frenchman sings about liking girls," which I don't totally remember that part.
That's when That's Lucifer when he says, "A la carte."
Oh, okay. We're way past that, but that did annoy me a little bit because, like, in Lucifer's song, sometimes he just says shit to fill time. Like he could have said anything. Like you're just speaking French for no reason.
Well, because he's like, you've got the chef now, and then a la carte means that you can just have anything on the menu. Yes. So it kind of makes sense, but yeah, they have to make it. I mean, Bellboy isn't really an apt description of Alistair, I guess, but he's being a dick, so.
Oh, and
it works.
And Thupa. Oh God, Thupa's making fun of us. He's talking about Gigi.
Who?
No, the movie Gigi that I got you to watch and you didn't like it, and it was fucking annoying.
Oh, yeah, I did watch
where it
that. I
starts with
forgot.
it starts
Yeah.
with thank heaven for little girls, the song. That's where the song comes
No, it
from.
starts with sorry.
No, very funny. Yeah, Thupa was making fun of me and referencing Gigi, the infamous musical that I tried to get Michi to watch and never again, except for Hazbin Hotel apparently, which I also got him to watch. And Thupa also says
I only
Prushka
like
is the
good
word for
musicals.
sweet bun in Russian, and
Yeah, I
yes,
remember him saying that. Um, yeah, Prushka is the best character in Hazbin
that was
Hotel.
like 3 years ago. Holy shit, time flies.
That was a long time ago.
That
I
was
mean,
like the
I've watched it
first.
recently.
That
I
was like
watched it this year, but
that was like the first podcast we ever did. It was a long time ago.
yeah.
The Okay, so it looks like we're moving
Uh,
on to
low,
Out
low,
for
whoa,
Love.
low,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa.
where Jiraiya
C.
trains Naruto to use the
Yeah,
Sage Jutsu.
yeah. This one is a C for me. I'm.
That's fine, because it's
It
not
has
painful. It's just,
yeah.
why are we doing this?
It's kind of a punchy, fun beat occasionally, but I find the chorus awkward. And like I said, it's a song establishing something that another song already established pointlessly, and it was a better song. So yeah.
Yeah. C's
Okay,
fine.
this now we have Green's favorite, one of Green's favorites.
This song has really grown with me.
What
I
is the
would
song called? I forget.
Ready for this?
Ready for this?
Yeah, where she's singing to the cannibals and getting them to, join the fun.
Hmm.
Uh, I would be fine with either A or S. Honestly,
I'm feeling A.
between the two of us, A is probably more appropriate.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's a
think A.
good song and it has good moments, good characterization. Charlie's finally getting more
Yeah,
proactive.
it's funny that they talk about eating angel flesh.
Yeah. It is funny that,
That's cool.
she's seen to them about friendship and heroics, and they're just like, oh, we just really want to eat human flesh.
Yeah,
That's all we want.
that is. It's a fun gimmick. I like. I like how Alistair and Susie in the back are kind of like grooming her.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, she's got her daddy's powers probably.
And
We knew
Alistair and
she could do it, like,
Susie
yeah.
are just the male and female versions of each other almost. So they're just
Yeah,
spurting
that's
out with
true.
each other. They're both doing like
Yeah.
flapper dances from the 20s
Yeah,
in the
they're like
background.
fangirl. They're like fanboying out there.
They completely instinctively get each other's emotional cadence, and they just do
Yeah.
whatever.
It would be funny if they had known each other in real life before they died.
Yeah, he probably killed
It
her.
would be crazy. He killed her, and then when he found her eating people, they both went to the same dumping ground to dump their corpses. Or she just had a pile of bones.
Maybe
and
she's
he had
the
a full corpse.
maybe she's the hunter who's shot Alistair, and she actually did know that he was human.
No, she was eating the corpses he was dumping.
Oh, okay. Now that makes
She
so
was
much
like,
sense.
She was like, what a waste of a perfectly good corpse.
Okay, well, we're at the song that I continually forget
This is
exists.
not a real song. This is a 30-second reprise of whatever it takes.
Yeah, just C.
It's C, yeah.
It's not.
And then our
painful.
final song.
Probably another A, because we don't want to overcrowd the S's, but it's a good song. It's got a jaunty tune. It's got characterization. It does have the unfortunate part where they just kind of undo Alistair's characterization and start doing whatever the fuck they want.
Alistair's characterization. The best part, everyone agrees, is the fucking aside with the V's, where they're all fucking happy and dancing because Alistair's missing.
Yeah. Well, the rest of hell's pissing. Alistair's missing. Yay.
Alistair's little side is great, except that it gets undone 15 seconds later.
Yeah.
But he jumps through a trapdoor.
Yeah. He gives this big villain speech, and then he's like, "Oh wait, never mind."
Yeah. And he's like, "Wait, never mind. Actually." But I do enjoy having. Yeah, it's okay for A. Me, it's probably more closer to a
A.
It's not that different from. It's not that different from Happy
I'll give
Day
you
in
one
Hell.
of your souls back. Put it in A.
Okay. Put it in H.
H for whale.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a new H category just for happy day
Oh, H for
whatever the fuck
hell.
it's called.
Yeah.
Welcome to heaven. Yeah, happy day in heaven. I was gonna call
It's
it.
weird that everyone unanimously hates Welcome to Heaven.
Yeah, I think they probably thought they were like curtailing a lot of the criticism by being like, well, it's heaven. It's like supposed to be corny and cheesy because they're all so happy. Like it's ironic, it's funny, but it's just annoying.
Well,
So okay, this is a pretty good, pretty
yeah,
nice one.
this is finalized. We
This is
did
done.
this.
This is official now. If anyone has any complaints or disagreements, too bad. We've already solved it, and it's official now. So,
Thupa said,
go
"Is
balls.
that how the coffin of Amdi and Lele ends?" Uh, I don't know. I don't know if that game has even been finished yet, actually. Did only two of the parts were out when I played it, so I'm not totally sure. Also, I mostly like that game for the memes, because drawing every
Yeah.
character that's ever existed as the Andy and Lele characters will never stop being funny.
Who would they do in Hazbin? I have no idea.
They probably have. I'm gonna look it up.
But who would they do though? Like that's what I'm trying to think. I guess they could do Emily and Sarah, their siblings.
Uh, they could. They could totally do. Oh shit. Oh, my brain just short circuited. Oh, hey, look, there's characters right here. They could totally do Serpentius and Cherry.
Well, yeah, but they're not. The idea normally is that it's like,
Oh,
isn't
oh
it
like
normally the idea that it's more
like
siblings
actual.
or
There's
like
not
awkward
very.
incest things?
There's not very many actual siblings in this show.
Well, the ones I remember seeing is like they'll do like Shinji and Rei.
I
That's
guess you
funny.
could do Adam and Lilith if you wanted to be a dick about it.
Do hmm. No,
Or
doesn't
Satan and
work.
Adam, maybe. I don't know.
Satan, Adam, kind
I don't
of.
know. So
Yeah.
much going on. Yeah, what a great train of thought this
I guess
is.
Adam is related to all the demons, so it's always incest. Adam and Alistair. I'm your great 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 grandfather. I I have an idea for a couple more tier lists. We don't have to keep doing tier lists. We can also. I think we've said quite a lot about Hazbin probably just by doing the tier lists. I don't think I have many more thoughts on it.
I think we've kind of exhausted what we need to say about Hazbin. Honestly, it is surprising how well the tier list format works for getting you through your opinions on the show, because everything
Yeah.
you're going to think of will come up at some point.
Yeah, it just gives you that little. It's like how watching openings makes you think of all the fun stuff or interesting stuff you have to think about a show. Just looking at the little image JPEGs of a character or of a song kind of jolts your brain into talking about interesting things about it. And if you don't have anything to say, that's fine. Yeah. I've been this is annoying because I've been wanting to do like a chess grandmaster tier list, but I'm not sure. I think I could do one on my own. I'm not sure how much you would care
I wouldn't.
about a lot of them.
I only know really the big three and Paul Morphy. I would make a bunch of
Well, you know
jokes
current
about how
grandmasters too.
a couple of them. I would make a
Yeah.
lot of jokes about how Fisher was anti-Semitic and sexist. Um, everyone loves Kasparov because he's just a nice man. And I'm not sure what I'd say
I mean,
beyond
we
that.
could do the chess piece tier list. Would be fun. Oh my god, what the
I
fuck
think
was that?
I think that's fairy chess. I will say you can take a second.
Oh,
I need to check in at work real quick because I'm not really working
okay.
today, but my boss wants me to call them. So
Okay.
I'm gonna mute my thanes for a while, and I shall return.
I'm
I'll be
gonna
gone in a
go
few.
to the
I'll just be gone a
bathroom
few
then.
minutes. Wait, you're going to the
Okay.
bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I guess I'll recite a poem.
Uh. Okay.
No, not really. We'll just take a 2-minute break. I'll look at chat. How's chat doing? Yes, hello Echo Shadow 0610. Also hello Thupa, if you were still there. Queen is S tier. I mean, I think that's the problem with chess pieces. There's not a whole lot of argument. I mean, what do you even say? It's like, oh, what's better, the queen or a pawn? Probably the queen. Uh, it also doesn't help that chess pieces literally have formal point values specifically to account for what they are relative to each other. So I don't know. Also with pawns, is it every pawn or is it just one pawn? Because that makes a big difference. Fortnite. No, I'm not playing Fortnite. I never will, except for that one time. Uh, yeah. I mean, it's really just gonna be queen S, rooks A, bishops and knights B, pawns king C, and pawns D. That's probably what it would be. It's not a whole lot. I hope my work doesn't expect me to actually work today, because if they want me to, they really should have given me work as opposed to calling me at midnight.
This is, yeah.
Well, I'm Michi. You sit here for a few minutes. I'm gonna make a few calls and pour some
Hmm.
coffee, and I shall return.
Okay.
I won't be gone long.
Hmm. Maybe I'll embarrass myself by playing a game of chess. Just a little casual one. Sure, against someone much lower rated than me. So if I lose, it'll be really embarrassing. Going with the Nimzovich Larson attack. I've been practicing. I'm not super good at it, but could work. Okay. Very odd move right away. Take their knight, double the pawns, and get the free pawn. I don't think this knight can pose any real threat at the moment. Okay. Hanging the other pawn. Very confusing. This square is protected twice. Maybe they don't realize that. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of choices. I don't mind them taking the the G2 pawn is not the most important. It could start giving some counter threats though. Let's just go back. Fine, we're a pawn up for a bit. He might not even take it really. Okay, he doesn't take it. Double up on the same spot. Well, few ways to protect it, but this is probably the easiest. Oh no. So many attackers on this one square that doesn't matter. Okay. Probably attacking the queen is the easiest. Oh, I see he's aiming for my rook too. That's annoying. Oh, I know. There. Adds a defender and blocks the queen. The queen is covered by... the knight is covered by my queen. And now I have 3 defenders. Well, 4 if you count the king. What an odd square to try and attack. Okay, that does nothing. No, I guess it stops me from castling, but I wasn't planning on castling that way anyway. I guess they could be trying to go here and fork the 2 pieces, but let's go here. They're... I guess I don't know what the rating is because it's a question mark, but...
You're playing chess?
Yeah, why not? What else am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
Okay.
The stream probably still says talking about Hazbin.
Well, we were going to talk about Hazbin anyways, and I was like, should I do a tier list on my own? It's not that interesting when I just do it on my own because I won't talk about most of the things because I'll just be thinking them. Yeah. I just started a little casual game on Lichess. I'll probably embarrass myself live.
Yeah. But, move that knight.
I did move that
Take the queen.
See? I can't. It's not my turn.
Take the queen.
I'm 2 pawns up, and this guy's trying to attack my d2 square with all of his pieces for some reason. He just came. He really wants that.
Yeah.
These 2 are the most protected pawns in the entire game. They're protected by every other.
His rook out.
Line your queen up with my bishop. What a great idea.
It really is.
Oh, by the way, he just hung it. By the way, but that's okay.
Okay. Wow, what a thrilling
battle. I didn't even see that for a second there. That would have been embarrassing if I had missed that on the stream.
Yeah. It would have been. Because everyone's concept of who you are hinges upon you being good at chess. No one
opponent left the game.
No one who isn't great at chess could possibly
Well, that was good.
A comic.
How to win in 13 moves. There you go. When your queen is threatened, you should move her to another square in which she's threatened.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's cool. Oh yeah. So the chess piece tier list. This is an easy one.
Yeah. Queen is probably pretty high.
Queen is, I'm gonna say S, controversial.
Yeah, weird. But and then A is rook,
I just like
right?
her. Well, you'll be surprised, but first we got to get to the pawn.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Pawns are like a B.
Okay,
actually.
whoa. Let's think here, though.
Pawns,
is it one pawn or every pawn?
Well, there was I opened another tier list and it had every single piece, literally. Like,
every pawn.
Like it had 8 pawns, 2 bishops, 2 knights, 2 rooks.
Wait, but which were the pawns labeled at least?
No, it just had the images. It just had 8 identical JPEGs of a pawn. I mean, if we're talking pass pawn, I really love this guy. If we're talking backwards pawns, or doubled pawns, then I'm not such a big fan. But overall pawns, they have to be B because they're your bread and butter, if you will.
Well, Chad is saying pawn D, and that was my initial impulse because if you have one pawn and nothing's going on, it's definitely D. But if you have every pawn and they have none.
No. If you have one pawn and your opponent has no pawns, and then you're queening that pawn, then that's a really good pawn. Pawns are great. They're your fence. You can fork pieces with them. They're so awesome. And I don't just want to go S A B C D in perfect order. So I'm
that's
gonna
like
say
saying that's like ranking lottery tickets and you saying, well, is the lottery ticket a winner? Then S. Is it a
yeah.
loser? Then D. I mean, yeah.
But it's funny, goddammit.
No.
Okay, fine.
I mean,
D.
D's probably too low.
This is
Yeah,
A.
Rook is A, and then
Then this
those
is
are
B.
B.
This is C.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
fine. They
huh?
can both
Well,
be on the same one.
yeah,
Let's just go boring
knights or
by
bishop. This
by
is an intense conversation.
bishop. Every single grandmaster agrees it's bishop. The higher rated you are, you agree bishop.
Yeah, but
Some
Gotham
people,
likes
I won't say
knights.
who. Yeah, but he says bishops are better every time. The only knights can be better if they're a really strong outpost knight, and they're just like crammed in your opponent's territory. Sure, if it's a bishop that's on a diagonal, on a really big one, they're winning. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Fuck.
Well, that's convenient because you just scared away the last of the chat with your chess talk. Wow, Michi's having a phone call. So am I. It's so weird. I'm doing this because okay, well it said one person left. I assumed for a minute that was me. I guess I don't know how YouTube counts that. Uh yeah, it's real convenient. I'm here because I had no work today. And then people text me being like, "Oh, it's really important. You might have some work." And then I step away to text them back, and then they're like, "Oh, wait, never mind. You're probably not having work." It's like, "Oh, okay. Glad I cared." Not the end of the day. It does suck that I don't have literally no work. I just have one task I have to drive off and do. So I have to go into the city to work for 2 hours and then probably come back home. So that's cool. Yep, life is fascinating, you know. At least it works with my lifestyle a bit. I can stream or play a game. Michi's probably wrestling the Coke bottle out of his dog's mouth again. That's what he does. Hmm. Should you face your knight straight forward or sideways? That's the real question.
Ah, what's
Eh,
going on?
nothing. I was just inanely talking about my life because you were gone.
Okay. And the king is now is the king D or S? That's the question.
I'd say like I'd even say B. Like
B.
the king's not bad. I can't do Five Nights at Freddy ranking. I don't know Five Nights very well.
I don't either.
No, it's unfortunate.
I mean, I would go maybe like this even.
Oh my god, you bastard! Those are fighting
We're
words.
talking a single bishop versus a single rook. They're kind of even. I mean, obviously the rook pair is insane, but bishop pair is pretty fucking great too. Like all the grandmasters want the fucking bishop pair. No one cares about the knight pair.
Well, that's okay. And
The only thing the knight pair is good for
I don't know
is you can stick them in like a knot where each knight is defending the other knight. Which is kind of satisfying.
Yeah, it's really funny when you put the king in the middle of that and he's just stuck.
Yeah.
Because he can't take them. Well, okay, we can. It looks like we have a little bit of time. We could do something else. It looked like I was going to get a little bit of work, but probably not. I don't have to leave for another 2 hours, although I probably don't want to spend all that streaming. Is there something else you would like to do? Another tier list game, anything?
We could do more Sekiro. It's been a while. But we could also play something together.
Oh, what would you want to play?
Could play Minecraft. Could do something on Tabletop Simulator, although
I mean,
I don't remember any two-player games.
I mean, I could play a little Minecraft just as a transition out.
Yeah, why not?
You know, We're kind of
I will
wound down
stop.
here anyway. We said everything that needed to be said.
Yeah, we has been until we has no more.
Oh man, remember
And
when Vox said a certain has been seen? Like, oh
yeah,
damn.
I pointed at the screen.
He said the thing.
Yeah.
Also, why did Alistair change the name from Habin to Hazbin? Neither of those are
Because
words.
well, has been is a word. It's just not with a Z normally, but at being a has been.
Well,
But Habin, I'm not sure. But the fuck, yeah, he just thought it would be cool, and was kind of funny, I guess.
oh,
Yeah, I'm all for Minecraft. Let's go.
cool.
I'm gonna stop streaming.
Yep, we'll play a little bit of Minecraft. Will this be the day that Green finally gets a fortune pickaxe? Maybe. Maybe.
This will be the day I build my giant fucking castle. I have a good plan for building it, but I have a nice mine shaft I made, but I forget where I made it. Like I lost the location of the entrance of the mine shaft, so now I've just been looking for it. Because I went through one way, and then I ran out of torches, and I dug my way out a different way, and I came out like near where I think near where like the wheat field is, and then I stayed up for a few days, and now I can't find that place I came out through, and I need that place for more material. Damn it!
Ah, that's funny. The other day I came up, I found this massive underground chamber that I picked through, and I couldn't figure out how to get out. So I came up in the ocean, and that's why there's a little
Oh yeah, I saw that. There was some
outcropping.
torches out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I came up because I built a ladder down there so I could get back in. Because I'm just so good at Minecraft. I think I need a kind of a goal. I think my tentative goal was build a nether railroad towards Thupa, but I don't actually have the coordinates. And when I tried to check where I was, I learned the hard way he had I learned the hard way he had okay, where are you, Michi?
I'm just next to the house. There's
Are
an
we
eclipse.
are we sleeping? Oh,
We can do. Where are you?
I'm in the house.
Oh,
Oh,
you
and
are.
Echo says it was happy, not habin, which makes a lot more sense.
Was it happy? Okay.
It also would make
Good.
sense in the pilot
Echo knows
song
their shit.
because she calls it the Happy Hotel at one point.
It's gonna be a Habin day, and
Yeah.
so did Alistair. I forget in the pilot. Did he zap happy and swap 3 of the letters and add another one?
I guess so, but it's just more levels of why did he do this?
For the viewer, for the pleasure of you, the audience. I'm gonna steal some wheat from you to make bread.
Well, I was going to go see if I could
You know how to
harvest
make
my
bread,
wheat,
don't you?
with wheat.
Yeah, but how much and how?
3
Oh.
in a horizontal line, I imagine.
Oh, well done.
Don't pick my. I think there's cooked wheat over here, or there's whole wheat over here.
Okay. I was gonna. I did it in the other field, and I planted it as I did it. So.
Oh.
You don't gotta worry about that.
Okay.
But okay.
Okay.
No, you've stayed my hand.
Yeah.
I just found a bunch of charcoal.
Really? Where?
Right next to the field, actually. There's a little bit poking out of the wall there. I'm gonna keep looking for my fucking mine entrance because, like, it had a load of diamond down there still.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my fucking mine. What?
I need a project or something to build.
Yeah. I mean, buildings. Like, buildings is always fun.
I need to find Thupa again. Maybe.
He's way over yonder.
Yeah, we went a very long time to get here. So I kind of
We
like the
did.
idea of building another railroad to him, but at this point it would almost be easier to just sail back to where he is. Get the nether,
No, the
get the
Nether is
location.
way closer, isn't it? Oh.
No, that's what I'm saying. In terms of just finding him, because I can dig blind in the nether and pop up and just hope to run into him at some point.
Well, you can just ask him what his coordinates are, and then divide them by 8, and it's another coordinates.
Yeah, but that would be relying on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't allow
Good
that.
point.
Okay. There's a
Yeah, there's a
creeper in my
massive,
boat.
like, broken cave system just underneath, like showing through the surface in this area.
Oh, that's cool.
I just have no idea where the fuck this mine is.
I have no idea what controls how
ridiculous.
fast wheat grows.
Well, you can use bone marrow on it.
Okay.
Aside from that, I think it's just it always grows the same. I mean, it's like, oh, I guess what you're saying, because like they're not all the same size, even though you planted them all at the same size. It's a good question. If you use bone marrow, it instantly makes it a grown wheat with one click. Fuck, I can't run anymore because my character's so hungry. Maybe I should go hunt. My dog has sensed an intruder.
And there is some bread if you want it.
Yay, food. Have you been feeding these chickens?
You can do that?
Green, you have like 80 piles of seed, right?
Yeah?
From all the wheat? Yeah,
Yeah.
look, if you go up to them and you right click them like this, look, with the seed, they make baby chickens. That's how you multiply them. That's the point of having a farm. Look at them making so many babies.
Oh, that's crazy.
And you can do that like every 30 minutes.
I thought you
And
just
then
had to wait for their eggs and
No.
then keep throwing the eggs.
Look, I'm feeding them all with seed.
Oh, okay.
And then when those ones grow, you get to they can mate with their parents, I guess, and with the other ones. Because they're animals. I'm not sure. I guess the horses work with carrots. They can make foals. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, that's how they have to be golden carrots.
They do. Okay.
Or apples, I think. That's how
You
we
can
got
also
these. We found a bunch of golden
you
carrots.
can also give more seeds to the baby ones to make them grow faster.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a good byproduct to have if you have a wheat farm. Have a little chicken coop.
So much knowledge I lacked.
Yeah.
I'm also going to have to expand this relatively quickly because I just have too much stuff in these
in the chests, yeah.
Yeah, in the chests.
Well, I've been trying to use it for building, but
yeah, I'm going to have to just get rid of some of this.
It's cool how the area we're in kind of has like some massive fissures in the floor.
That is
Bobby
cool.
fissures.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna start a new mine since I can't find mine. I'm just gonna start digging.
Should also probably.
In fact, I'm gonna start it inside of one of these castles. What a top idea.
There we go. Now no one will be shocked or confused.
Actually, I've decided a better place to do it.
I think I need to take a boat. And
I always think of Yahtzee saying this is the same as his dad's toy train collection, like his railway. You know, like how some guys build like these big model railways.
mm-hmm.
That's what Yahtzee has said Minecraft is like at this point. Okay, so the depth was minus 53, I believe. Okay, so I still have a ways to go.
I bet my boss is mad at me and wants to call me to yell at
Why?
me. I don't know.
Oh,
She didn't pick up
okay.
early when she called. I said, "Oh, hold on, I'm doing something. I'll call you back in a few." Then I called her back and she didn't answer. So, she's also
Sounds
just
kind of
extremely.
suspicious.
She's also just extremely overwhelmed and stressed, and it's kind of how it goes with her all the time anyway. So, what you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, top 10 Minecrafts.
Top 10 mines you can craft.
Yeah.
Number 1, Elven Mine. Fuck, a lot of coal in here.
Top 10 collapsed bridges.
Yeah. It's unfortunate how we can't get anyone else in the server into chess.
Yeah, that is. I mean, maybe the early times when we just destroyed Jaws probably did not help.
Well, if Jaws wasn't so bad at chess, maybe he could.
Also, it just doesn't appeal to them.
He's
It's like,
all now. He's all like, oh, Go is so cool, even though everyone knows that's objectively not true.
yeah, more like go fuck yourself.
I remember somewhere they're talking about like what the mottos should be for the cities in Scotland, and that was one of the proposals was Glasgow, fuck yourself.
Sounds very cool.
Yeah,
Man.
I think I've been playing too much chess though.
Michi, you've
I
been
spend
saying
most
that
of
for
the
like
morning.
5 months.
Yeah, I know. Well,
It's true, but you've been saying it for like
frustrating.
5 months.
Yep, still true. Oh fuck! I'm under the ocean.
It's weird when you find kelp just floating on the water. You know, what happened there?
I think sometimes fish or zombies can like poke. Oh, and I poked into a previous mine, maybe my own.
Oh, is someone home?
Just someone near the door, probably. There's been yesterday they like robbed a car right on my street. And the day before that, there was like some suspicious looking guy saying he wanted to read my electricity my electric counter. But he didn't look very official, so I was like, maybe later, bro. I'm busy. And I showed him my big scary dog. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't see Bay
Maybe there's
Rao defending you from shit, to be honest, but
why? What are you talking about? He's fucking he will fucking like attack the door at the nearest noise.
Okay. Oh, well, fine, you got me there.
He's a pretty, I mean, it's not like a huge dog, but he definitely like would have no qualms with biting someone if they just fucking came in uninvited.
Ah! There's a zombie.
Uh, okay. I'm almost at diamond depth.
That's cool. Do
Remember
you...
that depth that you were mistaken about?
Yeah.
At that one.
Do you only get diamonds, or do you only get... When you get the fortune enchantment, does it only work... Does it always cost high levels? Because I currently have one where it says you need to be level 28 to do it.
I think fortune it's random, but it's within a but it's a random a number within a set
But does it always
like
require a
variable.
high... Does it always require a high level to do it?
It's generally quite 20 something probably usually.
At least 5 different times I was mining in the nether
I'm
because that gives
21
you
right now.
experience really
Yeah.
quickly,
Uh-huh.
and I just kept dying. I kept getting to like level
Yeah.
20 and then dying.
Yeah, that's not good.
I just want a fortune pickaxe so people quit making fun of me when I mined with, a not fortune pickaxe.
Yeah, I understand. But I mean, the key part of leveling up isn't getting lots of levels fast. It's not dying. Like I haven't been to the Nether, but I'm level 21 just because I haven't died yet. Or I have, but like very rarely. So I get to accrue just by. I mean, you're getting level ups just from planting your little wheat farm, and from breeding chickens and shit.
Hmm.
Okay, I've broken into another part of the mine which has been previously explored. That's cool.
I mean, I've been underground a lot around here.
Yeah, I see that.
If you want to explore the giant chasm, you can swim out in the water a little bit.
Well, I'm doing what I do normally when I come through like a pocket, but I'm just trying to do like a straight staircase down as I just make like a staircase above it back in leading into my initial staircase and then just keep digging through the floor.
I
So
hear
now
you.
there's a whole staircase here just for people to enjoy.
I found a pretty cool location here. It looks like a bit of a death trap, but that makes it inviting.
Yeah, like Harry during the Quidditch match, he loved
Yeah.
death.
uh,
He's such a fucking godly animal.
Wizard Deer Reader was good. I am glad you finally convinced me to watch that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's no nostalgic critics of the wall.
Yeah, I do wish at the end he had commissioned a bunch of CGI demons and shit to dance around, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
Do you
Every
think
video
do you
can't
think
have
initially
everything.
Nostalgia Critic tried to contact Vivzy Pop first to do his animated spooky scary creatures, but she was busy
Yeah, she was busy being
being
successful.
successful. Yeah.
Oh, God. No, that would be funny, though.
How weird of a complaint is it to be like, oh, the animals in the wall don't have like personalities and they're not fleshed out like the fucking monsters. It's like, yeah, they're a fucking visual metaphor, dude. That is one
Uh,
of the most bizarre bits about the wall video.
every single complaint Doug had was something that I never would have thought of in like a
Yeah.
1,000 years of sitting there.
Yeah, it's weird. Like we can like complain about stuff about Hazbin, and normally we'll be like, "Oh, I get that even if I don't feel that." Like we understand what the other one is saying is like something a rational human might interpret. All of Doug's things he's coming up with are like, what? Just like
Doug would be like,
that's
why are they... it never explains why bisexuality gives you magic powers. It's like, wait, Doug, I don't think that was what was going on at all.
He just latched onto the weirdest shit. It's like if he was like, "Oh, I don't like Peter Pan, the Disney movie, because they don't even flesh out the mermaid characters. They just have them there for one scene and they barely say anything." It's like, uh, okay, and like,
And I'm really
like
into
that.
that.
And I'm really into that. Like, it's like the film was advertised as this specific thing. So I love that Oni plays bit where he's like, "Why does it look like Vegas?" And Chris is just like, "Cause Vegas looks like Greece, you fucking idiot." I don't get it. And then Lyle says, the Sasha critic goes to Egypt and he's like, "This looks just like the Luxor."
Man, it's strange all the things I missed, as a child when I was actually supposed to be enjoying them. I get to learn about them now as an aged old man, just, so I can be bitter about the personalities involved.
Yeah.
It's a
And then
strange life cycle.
you can retroactively pretend you always were involved with those things.
Yeah. I'm 30. It's a good time to learn who the nostalgia critic actually is and develop a bunch of opinions on his art, which is over 5 years old at this point. That's a totally rational behavior. It's weird that you would never think the person who, had that, what the fuck? You would never think that would be the behavior of a broke person, right? You're like, oh, that person probably has a bunch of money.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I'm making my ultimate mind.
Yeah. They never explain why gays are magic.
He would say that.
Yeah, he would. After I said that, I realized, yeah, he actually would 100% say that.
You were so pissed off when he talked about the Eagles not taking them to Mordor. It was so funny.
That bummed me out. Because I was all ready for a final funny thing for him to say. And then it was just like, no, please don't say the most obvious thing that everyone has already said. Don't do that. And then he did it.
Yeah, but back in 2013, it wasn't up. No, it still was. It's been like a joke since like 1980.
Yeah, back in like 1913, people were saying that shit.
Yeah, before the books came out, they were like,
before the books came out.
If J.R. ever gets round to writing that epic, I hope he remembers the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is silly.
I'm so good at Minecraft.
We clearly we should watch that Folding Ideas one, the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. I was gonna say like not The Wall. I've watched that 20 times in the last 3 weeks.
No.
It's just so strangely compelling. It's so many it's so many layers removed from anything that matters too.
It's the same as Limbo of the Lost. Like, it's like horrible to look at and disturbing and terrible in every way, but it's such a compelling like train wreck to gaze upon. We're just like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah. I like that I think it was Mandalore when he did his Limbo of the Lost video, saying it's very strange. You almost never get so bad it's good movies, video games.
Games,
because because the amount of skill and competence and time and money it takes to make a video game at all is so huge. It's such a high bar for entry that idiots generally won't get into it.
Yeah, loads of like terrible films are just like consumer grade camera shit that any idiot can film.
Yeah, a bad game is usually like one level that looks like it was made by a 5-year-old.
Yeah, well, there are lots of bad games, but not so bad they're good. Like normally they're just frustrating. Like the controls are terrible, they're ungodly hard, they're glitchy. Like there's Mass Effect Andromeda and there's Forspoken and shit. Like all these bad games, fucking Final Fantasy 13 and so much shit. But they're not like bad in this like in that same like bad movie way, where they're like charmingly inept. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still need to watch Manos. The Hands of Fate.
I will admit, I only brought that up at all because of that corny joke I made.
Oh.
If you actually want to watch it, or if it's fun to watch, I mean, we could.
You know, I've thought, like, what are some like so bad it's good movies that would be fun to watch. The thing is, I haven't actually watched that many so bad it's good movies. What I have done is watched a lot of them vicariously through either Red Letter Media or Mystery Science Theater 3000 or Nostalgia Critic. Like, I mean, especially with like Mystery Science Theater 3000, because they do the whole film. I have literally watched the entire film of like Manos and lots of these bad films, but I've never watched them without someone riffing over it, you know?
You know, if
Like
you...
the only ones I really have is like I've watched I want to say I've watched Troll 2. I've definitely watched The Room with friends.
I know I've watched Troll 2. The Room? I honestly don't know if I've seen The Room or not. You could tell me either and I would believe it. Because I know everything that happens in it, but I don't remember.
Definitely the first time I ever heard of The Room was through Nostalgia Critic.
I think I actually learned about the plot events of The Room from PewDiePie's playing the Room video game that someone made.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was a weird one. So bad it's good. One I've seen that's a little infamous, and Red Letter Media watched this at a showing once. The comedian Patton Oswalt popularized interest in the old B-movie Deathbed, the bed that eats people. Because he just did a comedy bit where he learned about the movie, and he just ragged on the concept for like 10 minutes, and it went viral. And so now when you go to a film festival, if they're doing the thing where they watch a So Bad It's Good one day, sometimes it will be Deathbed, and Red Letter Media watched it at one of those.
I didn't know that.
I've seen Deathbed, and it's definitely a bad movie. I don't know if it's so bad it's funny. It's more just incomprehensible that they made it. It's very 70s. Like, it's very grungy looking and just kind of gross. It's also very high concept. Like, there's a guy in it. He's one of the first people the bed ever ate. And the bed, like, trapped him in a painting or some shit. Like, he just... There's like a Victorian and or Elizabethan gentleman character who's just in the wall watching the deathbed eat people and pontificating on the situation while it happens.
Sounds great.
It's very strange. I don't know if it's strange enough to be entertaining, but it's very strange. What are some other So Bad It's Good movies? I don't think I've watched that many either.
I mean, there's lots of them at this point, but I don't know. People like to mention. I mean, people like Birdemic. I think it's not. I think it's kind of boring.
Well, Birdemic was bad on purpose, wasn't it?
No, not the first one.
Oh, okay.
No, I think maybe some ones after. I mean, the ones Red Letter Media really loves that I would like to watch would be Samurai Cop and Hollywood Cop. Would be really funny to watch, like because all the clips are just hilarious. The most famous one classically is Plan 9 from Outer Space, which I think I've seen like a bit of, but I mean, it's not even like a funny bad movie. It's just like a really boring, terrible movie.
Just a cheap moron with no money made this.
Yeah, it's just fucking awful.
I mean, it's good that they made that just so we got the Ed Wood movie. That is a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. Some So Bad It's Good ones I enjoy from Mystery Science Theater are I like Space Mutiny a lot, which they also did on Best of the Worst. Pod People is a classic. That's probably the best Mystery Science Theater episode. I mean, it's tied with Manos, but Pod People might have the edge. I love one they did called The Puma Man, about a dude who has an amulet and he fucking jumps. That one is fucking hilarious. The Quest of the Delta Knights is really funny too. Yeah, those are like the main ones I remember, I think. Fuck.
The Quest of the Delta Knights, you say?
Yeah, it's like a really awkward. I think it's like Canadian, and it's like this fucking kid who finds a shitty map in his attic, and his dad was like killed by this evil cult, and they start showing up, and then he meets this like weirdo fat hunter dude with a mustache called Rousdower.
Ooh.
And he just like follows him into the woods, and he has a crossbow, and they have a stupid adventure. And he used to be part of this secret cult called the Delta Knights or something, and now they're after him.
One
Yeah,
that
it's funny.
one that I've wanted to show you guys for a while, but there's just never been a reason. I want to show you some of the old Mormon cartoons I used to watch.
Like Superbook.
I mean, kind of, but people don't know this about Mormonism, or I mean, sometimes they do. But Mormons, they have their own parallel film industry where they make movies and TV shows and cartoons just for other Mormons.
Oh no.
And, oh, are you dying?
No, I'm saying oh no to that concept.
Oh, maybe the zombie's behind me then. Yeah, I don't even know if they're bad because their production is definitely better than something like Superbook, but they're very corny and they're very obviously some form of propaganda. Uh, because they did a narrated series where they recount basically the entire Book of Mormon in cartoon form.
That's cool.
And the characters are in a very realistic style. You know, there's no like hardcore
When is
battle
this
scenes or
from?
anything. It must have been made in like the 90s or very early 2000s
Ah, Diamond, finally.
based on it, but just based on how it looks. But yeah, it's a weird one. And I want to
Sounds kind of cool.
yeah, and I kind of want to look up some of the ones I remember because there's only a couple of them I actually remember. There's like 50 of these things. Like it was a whole industry for a while.
Yeah.
I always remember the Tree of Life was the one that stuck with me the most, and that was out of all the things Joseph Smith wrote. That was the one story that kind of caught on a little bit, where it's like a dream sequence where there's like a tree in a city, and there's like
Yeah.
like one of the main characters, one of the prophets, he's like having a dream about his people, and there's this central metaphor where they're all walking to a tree through the fog, and they're all holding a metal rod that is, guiding them along the path. And there's like a city that people keep living to where everyone's like doing drugs and getting drunk and just having fun, I guess. I'm not sure what they even did that was that bad, to be honest.
Those bastards. Yeah.
But yeah, like I remember that one, and that's one of the few parables Joseph Smith wrote that kind of caught on a little bit. I mean, most of the stuff he wrote, just no one cares except the Mormons because it's just boring fan fiction of the Old Testament. Mormons also have a very funny thing they do where they kind of cling to the King James Bible in the same way evangelicals do, specifically because Smith was using the King James Bible as a template for the Book of Mormon. So if you read one of the more modern versions of the book of the Bible, it becomes immediately obvious that creeper almost
That
got
there are
me.
skeletons.
Yeah, it becomes immediately obvious that that Joseph Smith was just using the Bible to write the Book of Mormon, and he's just aping its style. It becomes obvious that it was of its time rather than, like a universal language thing. So Mormons kind of try to keep the King James Bible. They have like a rule that if you use a different Bible, you have to have a copy of the King James on hand to study with. It's fun.
Okay.
I don't actually remember much of my Mormon days. It's more like it's an abstract kind of feel.
As Bob Mortimer put it, they're more like fingerprints on an abandoned handrail.
Yeah.
Oh, I found a cave, but one that you haven't found yet.
Impossible.
Whoa, there's a bunch of the whole fucking floor is obsidian. There's so much obsidian.
Oh god.
Oh my
Zombies
gosh.
are in a single file line coming at me.
Ah, bat.
Can you kill bats?
Yeah, takes a few hits though.
Okay.
They're quite hard to hit. But you can murder them if you're so inclined. If you're a monster.
I am.
An evil, evil monster, man.
Yeah. Oh, just jump. You'll do a crit.
That was only the... Well, depends what you're using, I think.
Ooh.
Okay, so below all this obsidian, there's a bunch of lava, which I saw coming, but I was hoping I could steal some of it.
Yeah, nothing gets past Michi.
Well,
Not even a
yeah.
lava flow.
Not even a gigantic lava flow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other bad movies. I don't know enough. My taste is just too impeccable. I only like good things, and...
Yes.
Oh, well, that was fun, but we're out of torches, so guess we gotta just mine some...
I'm trying to remember what are some really well-known ones. I mean, I was... you and Thupa did Morbius. I know you didn't actually watch it, but
I mean, we kind of did.
That's one people say is that is just bad and boring, and that's why because Sony tried putting it back and back. Oh, it's so popular right now. People will go see it good, so bad it's good, but no one did. But one that people actually do say it's so bad it's good, and it was in a way just because it was so funny. Was I didn't watch it. What's been happening lately is my girlfriend has been watching stuff on her computer, which is opposite mine. It's next to mine, but the back is facing me. So what I've been doing is accidentally listening to films that she's watching while I'm playing chess. And she decided to try and watch Madam Web. And she said it was terrible. And I was listening to it, and we were both laughing at how bad it was. So that one was so bad it's good.
How could that even...
in a way.
I don't even know what you would do with that movie. Isn't it just a weird side character from some of the peripheral material?
It's a terrible side character.
I think I remember her from the 90s cartoon.
But also, the film itself is just all the dialogue is really awkward and embarrassing and cringy as fuck. It's definitely it's peak. It's cringe so bad it's good. That kind of so bad it's good. So it's funny.
There's a fucking person.
There's a fucking... I'm gathering up obsidian. How much? What's the minimum for a... Is it 10 for a portal is the minimum? Because you don't need to do the corners. So it's 2 on top, 3 on each side, I think. Yeah, and 2 on the bottom. Okay. So it's 10. I have 6 now. Okay.
Yeah, you have to... You don't need the corners. You have to make a 6x2 frame. That's how big the hole has to be, but you don't have to do the corners.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it!
Yeah, God should fucking damn it. You're right.
There is a witch is following me through the water.
It sounded so... A witch is following me.
Yeah, I got better.
I got better after that witch stopped following me. We should watch. Yeah, why haven't we done that? We should watch the Monty Python movies. In call. We did. Jaws would like that. John would probably like that. We should do Holy Grail and Life of Brian at least.
I mean, everyone would like it. I wonder what our opinions would even be because we all like the movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we should do it to review it. I'm just saying we should. It's just a fun thing to do, like Wizard People. Dear reader, just schedule a watching of the Monty Python movies.
I don't hate the idea.
Good.
We'd have to argue though over which one is better, because I like Life of Brian.
Yep.
I really.
But then you're gonna watch Holy Grail and be like, you know what, Michi, you were right as always.
I could never say Michi was right. My head would fucking explode.
Yeah, you would be like, oh, Chase isn't the best JoJo opening. And then
Hey!
you would watch it, and then you'd go, you know what?
Don't say that, sir.
Yeah, don't be right.
Yeah, don't be right. That's the server rule. Rule number 1, don't be right.
Yeah, rule number 1, be wrong.
Man,
I'm coming on up. Through the mud.
yeah. Coming up, and I want the world to know. Yep, my knowledge of pop culture just saves the day again. Uh, kind of stuck. There's a witch below me. I have no food. It's raining. I'm on a cliff. I can try to
with that
go.
kind of attitude, no wonder you're stuck.
I can try to get up, but if I do so, I will probably enter a sketchy situation. And I can jump in the water and swim, but if I get hit one more time, I'm probably dead. Do witches explode in the sun?
No.
God damn it.
Unfortunately.
So I'm just waiting here for nothing then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
well,
guess you could leave?
Uh,
Maybe?
you guess I could leave?
No, I guess she might leave, like if you wait long enough. I don't think she's compelled to wait there till you come out, but I don't think she'll explode either.
Okay, well.
I've got that joy.
We're gonna beat a hasty retreat.
Yeah. You're like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I'm so good at Minecraft, just like Michael Jackson.
Yeah. He was known for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I've gathered the obsidian. I'm gonna put it in the chest so for when we need next time we need a nether portal.
Also, if we're... part of me still suspects this was Thupa setting a trap for me somehow. But
What?
in the nether portal right behind me, there is another nether portal right next to it in the nether, and I have no idea how or why that's there.
Why don't you go through it?
Well, no, it's not activate or anything. It's just literally the frame of another portal right next to...
Oh, well, sometimes they have like ruins that naturally generate. But I mean, is it complete? Can you just activate it with a flint?
I don't know. I don't think so. But there is some obsidian just right there. But the first time it appeared, I went down. The first time it appeared, I went down, and there was a creeper in the nether right next to it, and it blew up instantly and killed me.
I don't think creeper explosions can break obsidian though, so it's probably still there.
Oh no, most of it is still there. I haven't. There just is obsidian next to my portal in the nether. I don't... That's the entire thought.
Like it's right next to it.
Yeah.
Like just a few blocks. Then it probably isn't.
If you go into the nether portal and looked right next to it, 2 blocks away, there's an exact copy
what I'm
of the
saying
portal.
is that portal would lead to like very close to here, you know? It would be like 100 blocks down that way.
It would probably go to the same normal world portal, because it's probably too close to have its own, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it would go to the same one, you're right.
Yeah, alright. Oh, hey, I'm level 21, just from mining coal.
So am I. Yeah.
It's not a contest.
Okay. But my level is cooler.
Yeah. My level can drink.
Imagine having to wait till 21 to drink.
Yeah. Imagine being European.
I don't have to.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It sure is cool, though.
Yeah.
You don't have your usual American backup squad now, sucker. You're alone in here with me. And all the chat is European. Ha 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 ha. Whoa, cool. You got blocks of amethyst. That's awesome. Maybe I can make a cool pointy roof out of that.
Yeah. Oh, there's an amethyst. The train, the mine cart that is, the mine hole that is right next to the house. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's German for my hole.
Yeah.
Mine hole.
But the hole right there. Man, I have no torches, but I found a bunch of coal and I'm trying to mine it.
But I must scream.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's so dark I can barely see where anything is. Uh, the how do I get out of here? The oh yeah, but if you just go in the house, kind of towards the grassy area near the house, like kind of towards the pen, that little
Okay.
that little mine track that goes into the hole there, that empties in an amethyst room that I found. That's
Oh.
the purple one, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a purple one.
Yeah, that's where it dumps out.
Hmm.
So there is some amethyst down there if you want it.
Yeah, maybe I will steal some for construction.
There are 4 boats here because of all the times I've died.
Yeah. I saw there was. Oh, I took a screenshot. I think yesterday I tried. I was gonna play for a bit. My when I joined, there was a creeper. He was literally in the boat. Like, I'm not sure if he was actually like clicked into the boat, like if that's a thing they can do, but he was perfectly inside of the boat. I took a screenshot. He was just ominously looking at me like he was gonna set off sail and go explode in some faraway land.
Yeah. Well, I wish him well in his adventures.
Yeah. I hope he left for greener pastures. Okay, I'm following this so-called mine rail. This rail. Oh yeah, there's a rail cart. Cool. Wee.
Oh, oh well, there's the
Yeah,
garbage truck. I
look
sure
at all
hope
the.
someone thought to take
There's
the
even
trash out.
there's even a bed down here.
Yep. I was getting kind of comfortable. Ooh, I found a nautilus shell. Hooray for me.
Oh. You can build a telescope with amethyst.
Oh.
I like the sound it makes when you mine it. Holy fuck! There's a fucking zombie down here with an enchanted sword
I wonder
and
how he
full
got that.
leather armor. Yeah. Oh my god, there's two more!
No.
There's so many. Why are there so many zombies down here? Why did you close the fucking hole they're coming out of?
Oh yeah, I mean I could have done that.
Yeah. Okay, I killed one. I'm slowly murdering the other 2. Okay, there goes another one. And great. Oh, more are coming. Is there a fucking spawner down there? 3 more just came out of the hole.
There were a couple. I destroyed some of them.
There's literally 6 zombies just popped out of there comically.
Yeah, I mean
my
it's not
God.
really a secure location, but it is a location.
I'm killing all of them, but they're slowly chipping away at me. I mean, I can only do so much against 3 on 1.
Do you understand
Okay,
what it's like to be me now?
Yeah, but you see how I'm not dying, and I only took 2 hearts of damage in 6 whole zombies. I fucking killed them.
I don't want to, I don't want to give him the satisfaction. But it is fun. It was funny when Wales said, like, Green plays Minecraft like Counter-Strike. He had a point.
You're bunny hopping, yeah.
Yeah, it's like watching an action movie. There's explosions, and he's jumping and constantly shooting arrows.
Okay, I sealed up your zombie hole for you. You're welcome.
Thanks.
But I'm stealing all the amethyst.
That sounds like an insult.
I'm gonna make
like,
an amethyst
shut your
palace.
zombie hole.
Yeah. Shut your fucking zombie hole.
Hey, there's mushrooms. I could make a house out of mushroom.
Yeah, you could. Except I think if you break the big ones with an axe, unless you have fortune and a pickaxe, it just breaks them into small mushrooms to make food out of.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I mean, you can try. I don't think there is such a thing as a block of mushroom in game, unless you use fortune, probably. Fortune is essentially turning on... Oh no, sorry, I meant Silk Touch, not Fortune. Fortune gives you more of the thing. Yeah. Silk Touch preserves the block as it was when you mine it. So it's kind of like turning on creative mode, where it gives you access to all these unbroken materials, which is interesting. Ooh. Man, there's a lot of amethysts. See, this is what I enjoy, like organic. Like, there's no fun in just like making a giant machine, or maybe there is, or just turning on creative mode and building something. But it is fun to be like, there happened to be an amethyst cave underneath where we made our house, which you happened to find. And I'm using that, and then when people come here in the future and they see, oh, that's a cool castle with all those amethyst rooftops, you'd be like, ah, yes, because there was an amethyst mine nearby. It's like real life, you know? It's like, oh, when you see like lots of marble churches or whatever, there was a big marble mine nearby.
That was funny for a second. You made me think like well-marbled churches, like well-marbled beef.
Yeah.
Churches with big chunks of fat in them.
Yeah. This is one tasty ass church.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you ever see that Lewis Black bit talking about where he was reading the nutritional info on a bottle of water?
I've not.
It was
I don't
very.
Even know who he is, but
you
sounds
you
cool.
know Lewis Black. You've seen him
No.
somewhere. You might not know him from name, but you've seen him somewhere.
Is he Louis C.K. but evil?
I mean, honestly,
Like,
that's not
like
the worst
dark,
way
like
to.
Dark Lewis.
That's
Yeah.
not the worst way to put it. I think he might be dead. I don't remember. He was pretty old a few years ago, but he Lewis Black is just a comedian that he's just kind of an angry curmudgeon. That's just kind of his. Oh, two creepers.
Oh no!
He's
How
just
will you cope?
He's just kind of an angry curmudgeon. It's his thing. Why did it not kill the other creeper?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's just a curmudgeon. It's just his thing. But he's just a great stand-up. He's had some very, very funny bits in his day. And he was reading the nutritional info on a bottle of water, and just joking about how obvious most of it was. Like, contains no calories. Yeah, no shit, it's water. But he got down to fat, where it said contains 0% fat. And he said, that implies that somewhere there's water with chunks of fat in it.
Yeah,
and
floating around.
And this excites me because that's some tasty goddamn water.
I like that Norm Macdonald bit I sent you, where he's talking about doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you might have a flashback if you do acid in 10 or 20 years. And he's like, so you're telling me I can do this drug, and then in 10, 20 years I get to feel high again? That sounds like a really good deal. I mean, I like to make my what's the expression, like my money, my dollar worth,
stretch
buy
my
as
dollar.
much stretch my dollar when it comes to drugs.
The man has a point. He had a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
That's something we actually should do, because you have still not watched Norm's actual stand-up album, his big one.
I've only watched like shorts and clips of Norm Macdonald.
I think one of these times, me and you should watch his actual flagship stand-up album, because it's great.
Sure.
Norm was just funny. That's all you can say. He was just a funny fuck. He had a way of telling stories.
He has a really funny face. Like,
he had a funny face.
He just breaks out into this like childish smile with like these big round cheeks, and like this funny looking mouth. Like, every time he's like telling a joke, like he can't help himself. He's just like grinning already.
Yeah. Oh, there are so many clips of Norm just kind of bullying the other person into laughing, where Norm just like would make a face. He'd be telling a story about nothing. There would be nothing going on. There's no punchline, no nothing. But Norm is just doing his funny face and just staring at the other person, waiting for them to laugh, and they can't help it. They're just like cracking up. And they're like, "You're just saying that you went to the grocery store today. Why am I laughing?"
They want to throw you down a well.
Yeah, it seems a little harsh.
Yeah, they want to murder you.
Another great bit from the Bob Saget roast was, you know the guy who does the voice of Iago, Gilbert Gottfried, the guy with the scratchy voice.
Gilbert Gottfried's voice is annoying. That's what the Nostalgia Critic says. What the? Phil Collins' voice is annoying. He has a high-pitched voice. He has a whiny voice.
That's good. But Gilbert Gottfried was on that roast as well, and he did this funny bit where he kept saying, like, "We need to address the accusations that Bob raped and killed a girl in 1990. It didn't happen. Stop saying it." And he's like everywhere I open a newspaper, it says Bob Saget raped and murdered a girl in 1990. And the joke is
in 1980.
The joke is he keeps repeating the soundbite in a way that it's obviously going to produce a soundbite that gets used to actually accuse him of stuff, like on the internet. And like he's being so specific that it comes off as really incriminating that he's denying it. And because it implies that there is a real accusation. It was
They do that all the time, like they do that all the time in Oni plays, like it's really silly. Like they accuse Tomar of having smokestacks he won't shut off. or of being an illegal mango trader who tortures his rivals.
Or Nostalgia Critic divorcing his wife.
Yeah, Nostalgia Critic. He's been superimposed. He's just dancing. Yeah. The one that did the episode I was watching was they just said Tomar is like the guy who talks like this, kind of, and he's just kind of a nice guy. He was in a few episodes. He's a voice actor. He did the voice of Yuppie in the English version of Hunter x Hunter.
Really?
And he did lots of he's lots of JoJo like secondary and background characters in English too. But anyways, yeah, they kept saying, like, if anyone wants to draw fan art of Tomar, they have to do one of his eyes 4 times larger than the other, because he's always holding up a magnifying glass and looking for clues. And I think that just became like a meme, like the fans draw Tomar with a big eye. The one that became the real meme was that they one episode randomly said that that he kept it going on about collecting the Tomar emeralds, like he's fucking Sonic. And now every fan art of him, he just has like green jewels and emeralds about his person. He just has the 7 Tomar emeralds. Yeah. I mean, recently they did a compilation. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll know all the clips in it. But it was just called Oni Plays Best of Complete Fabrications. It's just like they just make up random lies. They're good at gaslighting. They convinced Zach one episode that in Hercules there was a tiny Hercules called Herculad. There was just like a Hercules but tiny.
Wait,
who showed
in the
up.
TV show?
No. They convinced him that in the film there was a scene where a kid showed up dressed as him and said, "I'm Herculad. I'm your biggest fan."
Like in The Incredibles?
Kind of, I guess. The thing was, like, they were playing the video game, and in the video game, when you collect when you collect a life, it's like a tiny you, like the 1-up. And one of them hadn't played the game. He's like, I could have sworn I saw a tiny Hercules there. And the other guy was like, oh, yeah, that's Herculad, just like without missing a beat. He's like, what? It's like, oh yeah, Herculad, remember from the movie? And then they managed to actually convince him that there was like a tiny kid called Herculad in Hercules.
Isn't it weird how if someone is really confident about remembering something, it'll just overwrite your memory and you'll be like, oh, I remember that.
What's funny is they do it so much in Oni Plays that just like it's come like full circle, like like the boy who cried wolf, and now they will try and tell each other real things, and the other one will think they're gaslighting them. They're like, you're not gonna convince me of this. And then someone else will start being like, the jig is up. You're not gonna convince me. It's like, God damn it, that's a real movie. I swear.
It's like, no, the towers fell. I promise.
This is classic. Oni plays gaslighting.
Back to the big cavern I found. Oh, there's a bunch of coal right there up front.
They said that you didn't watch the second part, but in their Forspoken thing, they were saying it would be a really good ending if because she comes in through a portal from the other world. If it ended with her riding that dragon and she rides it back to her own world, but she accidentally comes out in a portal right next to the Twin Towers, and she's what causes it unknowingly.
Yeah. Yeah, that Forspoken game looks bad. I know I'm the first person to notice that.
Yeah, well, it's old news at this point, but
yeah, I always get my news 5 or 6 years after, and I think that's a better way to get it. It's like I'm it's like I'm a Russian.
You have
peasant.
you have more distance, to judge it objectively.
Well, it's just this. I'll go, oh my gosh, someone should do something about it. And it's like, yeah, there were 3 wars. Oh, good. I am. That means I don't have to help.
I mean, it's the same thing that happened with the Nostalgic Critics of the Wall, right? Like you're aghast how bad it is 5 years later than everyone else is.
Yeah.
Like, that video's really old now.
Oh, sad. Someone just popped in and said, "Good luck on your dreams, fella." Okay.
Oh.
I mean,
Do they mean
thanks?
Me or you?
Yeah. I mean, what? Yeah. What does he mean?
Is it because I shared it and they came in and said that?
Is he like, don't worry, man, YouTube will work out eventually, I promise.
Or does he just mean your general dreams?
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, what are my dreams? Do people know my dreams? Do I talk about them?
Well, they could just be polite and just be saying, I hope you achieve your dreams, whatever they may be.
It's kind of a weird thing. It's like he's the old man at the beginning of a video game, and he's just casually saying that.
That's a good analogy.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Take what?
Yeah.
Why?
Take what? I'm fucking building a thing and it's big. Why must all my structures I build be gargantuan in nature?
Maybe you're compensating for something.
Yeah, my small brain.
Yeah. Head empty.
Head empty. Just build and draw.
Yeah.
And play chess.
Yeah. Kill 99,000 demons. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I know. 8 trillion dead cops. World is a fuck.
World is a fuck. Born to
World
YouTube.
is a fuck. Yeah. World is a fuck is such a brilliant sentence because it is equal parts retarded and makes so much sense. Like, yeah, the world really is a fuck. It's like I really enjoy insults and stuff that don't make any sense semantically. Like, you can't be a fuck, but you know exactly what they mean.
Yeah.
There was one on one of the British comedy panel shows. There was an Irish guy on, and he was talking about how I forget where he was, but these 2 guys were having an argument. It was like a football match, and then one of them turns to the other and said, "Shove it up your balls." and he thought, first of all, just the logistics of that are fascinating. Yeah. But it's such an interesting original insult to come up with.
Yeah. Minor point of comparison reminds me of The Legend of Neil, which we talked about the other day.
We watched 3 episodes, didn't we?
We did. I thought it was something that nobody but me remembered or knew about, and then it was like, oh no, they totally remember it. Okay.
Well, I didn't know about it really. I mean, I think I'd heard the name, but I never watched it. John was the one.
Oh, just John, I guess.
Seemed a bit more familiar with it.
Because I thought it was very obscure at this point. Oh, that's another one. I kind of want to show you Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, but
yeah, you mentioned this.
But I have no faith that will go well, and it'll probably be 10 minutes in. You're like, Green, why would you make me watch this? Because it's honestly more interesting as a historical artifact than as an actual thing to watch.
Could be fun.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, you have been known to show me things in the past that were okay.
Yeah, it's happened once or twice.
Like Hinamatsuri.
Yeah, mostly
And,
Hinamatsuri.
maybe a second example I can't think of right now.
Yeah, maybe a second example.
I'm just fucking making endless cobblestone into smooth stone over here.
I'm just exploring some caves and getting some coal. I'm hoping against hope that I'm collecting more coal than I'm expending in torches. It's a kind of cool cave, though, if nothing else. It's in a...
Caves often are kind of cool.
Yeah, just don't crawl into one head first.
Yep.
That was such a dramatic video.
It was.
That's such a horrible situation to be in, trapped in a fucking cave under a pile of gravel.
Yep. That's one of the ones where, like, no matter how many times you've seen it, you hope that this time when you watch it, he will make it out of the cave.
Yeah.
Even though...
Ah, fuck!
It's just so... It's, like, dramatic how, like, they were just, like, a few hours away when they just missed him. Like, so many different things that could have been avoided. Like, if just one of those things hadn't happened, just one of them, then it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And there's so many things where if they had just thought of something a few days earlier, it might have made all the difference.
Yeah, it's like, you don't think about it because it's like a dispersal of responsibility, right? Like, all those people who were just like gawking onlookers and all like volunteered to go into the cave and then came out of it without actually doing anything.
They went to
and
turnabout point,
guys
turned about.
Yeah, giving suggestions, having brawls and getting drunk outside of the cave. Like, all of these people are essentially accomplices in murder. Like, they all contributed a small part to the slowing down and the it being harder for this man to be rescued. And if just a couple of them had not been there, he would be alive because it just saved that few hours. That adds up, and they would have been able to save him. But none of them are good. Like, it's impossible to hold. You can't just hold everyone responsible.
Yeah.
For the crime of distraction and bad ideas.
And that is such an incredibly human thing, where whenever anything happens, all these people who have to be part of the moment but aren't going to help in any way all have to fucking crowd in. Like, it always,
they just end up making
happens.
it worse. Like, it's not even that they just don't help. They literally hamper the efforts, like, by their presence. Yeah.
One that is horrible when it happens is when someone fucking dies, and it's in one of the communities where this behavior is tolerated, but when someone dies and their house just gets swarmed with people who just want to throw like a week-long party, mourning the death of someone, and the family just has to put up with them.
What?
I have seen this happen,
I've
and
never
it was
heard of this.
It kind of happens in more like clannish cultures, I guess. In this case, it was like a semi-rural Idaho thing. Years and years ago, when I was very young, when I was like 14 even, one of my dad's friends died in a four-wheeler accident where he just cracked his head on the pavement and died. Which happens a lot. Four-wheelers are actually extremely dangerous, if you didn't know.
I know. I watched the guy. I never remember his name. The guy who sounds like Alex Jones and reacts to people using their tools incorrectly on YouTube.
Because it's funny, because motorcycles are really not that dangerous. I mean, they're dangerous if you're going 90 and you hit something, because then you're going 90 miles an hour. But motorcycles are light enough, they're generally not going to hurt you. Where a four-wheeler, if you tip it over, the four-wheeler will just crush you. And they're very easy to tip over if you're being crazy on them. Yeah, but I remember that happened, and there were just like 20 people who just hung out for like 3 or 4 days, constantly showing up at the house and like getting drunk until like 1 a.m. And the dude's wife and kids were just there. And like they all felt bad about like telling the people to scram, but you could totally tell it was really wearing on their patience that this was happening.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was a
Needs
bad
some alone
thing.
time.
Yeah.
That does suck. Yeah.
Ooh, I just found a lot of coal. I almost said I struck the mother lode, but that's literally true. Man.
Motherload was that Red Letter Media video, the guy who collects morel mushrooms.
Oh, that's very cool. People do that around here. I've been a time or two. I found a couple.
This guy was like the world's authority on morel mushrooms specifically. It was called Larry Tree Lonick, like tree in parentheses. And he invented a bag called a Spore Boy bag, which is like a mesh bag to carry your morels because it helps the community by spreading spores as they're being carried.
Oh.
And if I remember correctly, sometimes there's forest fires and you get burnt morels, which are very valuable. For some reason, yeah. And there was like these whole giant gatherings of people, all, like running off into the woods and all collecting big morel mushrooms. It was pretty embarrassing, but I mean, I have nothing against the mushrooms themselves. They're perfectly nice people.
They are. Usually.
And the only thing hampering me is like how long it takes to make cobblestone.
Oh, I thought
like actual stone.
I thought you were saying like, oh, I'm being hampered, but I just can't believe in myself.
No.
Michi would always believe in himself.
Yeah.
Okay, I should
make
not have
more
done
chickens.
This. We're also getting relatively close to me taking off. I do have an appointment at 1 p.m. that I have to make, which we're not going to flippantly say details about. But
you did seem pretty close to earlier. I thought I might remind you that we were streaming.
Yeah. Oh. Hey Michi, out of the two people in this call, which one has doxed the other person?
I don't remember.
Okay.
If you mean to say your first name,
I do.
Then that's not doxing someone because lots of people have your first name.
True, but none of them have said it in public.
Well, you can say my first name if you'd like.
No one cares about you. I have enemies.
Yes. Anyway, we're not talking about doxing each other. I was talking about you doxing yourself, which.
Oh right. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being concerned. It's good to care.
Because you were all like, my boss over at my job, and people are gonna be like, huh? So he has a boss, huh? And she's a she, huh?
Oh God.
Interesting.
We're already halfway there.
Yeah, that's only 1% of all bosses are female.
Okay, I'm trying to remember.
There's so many chickens now. Holy fuck. There's like fucking 50.
Well, I mean, you did this. You created all the chickens.
My prettiest. It's still not time to start slaughtering them, but soon.
Yeah. I really should learn the basic mechanics of this game sometime.
Watch a 75-part series on.
Oh, hey,
Minecraft,
I'm at level
Minecraft
25.
Essential. Oh, nice. I'm only 23 right now.
Ha 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 ha!
Well, I have just been baking cobblestone in an oven and feeding chickens. Not the most efficient way.
I can't remember if my base is this way or that way. God damn it. Oh shit, I think I went this way.
Someone's gonna die stranded in the middle of nowhere again.
No, I can make it home. I just don't remember which way my door is. Oh, there's a little loop.
Yeah, a little loop. If you get lost, you get to play again.
Well, I mean, this was fun. We told the people about Hazbin Hotel, finally, without interruptions. And that's all that really mattered, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we've done vital work here.
We're saving lives.
Yep. One has been at a time.
Yep.
One hotel at a time.
Yeah. Are they going to get to heaven?
Maybe. I think maybe everyone will move down to hell because it's cooler, or maybe they'll do like a joint limbo.
I suspect what's going to happen is going to be something along the lines of they go like, "Wow, we realized heaven was inside of us all along.
The heaven was the friend we made along the
Heaven was the
way.
friends we made along." They might actually say that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then we'll shut off the show.
yep. Well, I suppose I can put some pants on while we're winding down.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Um,
Even
that's
once you get fired again for going in without pants.
I've been I haven't been fired that many times, but yeah, I guess 3 is a lot in the scheme of things.
Yeah, I've never been fired.
I mean, they actually ask questions on resumes. Have you ever been fired? Not how many times have you been fired, but have you ever been fired?
Jeez.
Because a lot of the time,
One
if you're
strike
not,
and you're out, boy.
well, for multiple reasons, especially in America, I think, a lot of the time, if you're going to be fired, they'll give you the opportunity to quit. Um, because one, it's it it changes what they owe you in terms of benefits, and if you quit, there's just less friction to it than if they actually formally fire you. And also lets people save face, where they'll kind of go, listen, we'll let you pretend this was your choice if you just don't make things difficult for us. But then if they're really mad at you, they'll just fire you.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who say they've never been fired, they've never technically been fired, but they've been, winked at and told to quit 3 or 4 times, and that's often how it works. And I've been in that situation. I've also just been just had old men point at the door and like yell, "Get the fuck out of here!" before. Uh,
That does sound pretty cool.
yeah, I mean, we can't all be nostalgia critic. I can't get my little boombox out and swing my knees from side to side as I dance my way out of there.
Yeah, take my shirt off.
uh, it's illegal for you to ask me that.
Yeah. It's illegal of you to review that.
Doug Walker he's like, on one hand he's a big loser, on two he's relatively close to being like Nietzsche's Superman. He just exists in a higher realm of consciousness. He looks down on lesser beings. He lives his own life on his own terms and doesn't give a fuck. It never really worked out for him, but he did do it.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta
imagine
respect
dancing
him.
out of a job or
Yeah.
with a boombox. Man.
I could only hope to be so grossly incandescent.
Yeah. Like a magnificent father. I think Solaire was onto that. I think the sun is probably like the perfect expression of like love and support that like exists. It's like the sun, it's just there for you. It doesn't ask for anything. You don't even get an explanation of why it's there. It's just there.
I appreciate I like the George Carlin bit where he says he doesn't believe in God or anything, but he worships the sun because it gives you life and all that stuff. But he doesn't pray to the sun. He prays to Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah. And he wants someone's kneecaps broken. He asks Joe Pesci to do it. Yeah.
I support that.
But I like that if I have any faith in me, it's definitely some sort of nature worship. Just because I like I like the universe and its existence, enabling me to exist. And if the sun went away, that would cause lots of problems for me, myriad ramifications, if you will. So I appreciate it sticking around.
You trip over things all the time.
Yeah, but the sun is always there for me when I look up. And then it starts to burn my retina and I stop looking up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, Native Americans, they used to just stare at the sun.
Yeah.
It probably hurt their eyes a lot.
Probably.
They were probably all
But
blind.
then James the Adonis Polk showed up. No.
Yeah. The
They were blind to what the white man was doing, that's for sure.
that's for sure.
They had no idea.
No idea. James the Adonis. Man, life is life. You know what we should do? We should reach out to Ben Saint and we should ask him to debate Israel and Palestine.
No, we should.
He should debate me, and the thing is, we'll both be pro-Palestine, but for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
And we'll bitterly fight to the end.
I mean, Ben Saint is the only reason either of us know what Brad Neely is.
Really?
Because he's the only reason I know about it.
That's cool.
He would always reference Wizard People Dear Reader and Baby Cakes and shit all the time. He was the one who griped about how the Baby Cakes TV show was bad when the shorts were good. And he when they did the PC, one of the best things PCP ever did, I think I still have it saved because they had a Patreon, maybe still do. They had like Patreon exclusive episodes, but they had the playlist. Someone shared the link to the playlist, and it was like unlisted. But if you had the link, you just had the playlist forever. So I think to this day I still have the PCP bonus episodes playlist. And the best one they did was Harry Potter versus Shrek. The amazing debate, in which Jesse came in fucking roaring because
Shrek, right?
Well, Jesse was like, Jesse was like, I have watched none of Harry Potter and half of Shrek 2, or something like that. Or maybe that was Munchie who hadn't seen like any of it, but
I feel like Shrek will probably hold up much better than Harry Potter over time.
Endless Jess was for Harry Potter because he was sick of the Shrek meme. He was annoyed the only reason anyone cares is because of All Star. But everyone agreed that Shrek 2 is the superior movie, including Hypocrite.
Everyone loves Shrek 2.
And Ben was on the side of Harry Potter, of course, and he brought up Wizard People Dear Reader as being fully, purely canonical, and being the main reason why everyone should choose Harry Potter instead, because they're all forgetting about how Harry is a beautiful animal and how he's a pot of coffee by morning and bottle of wine by night type of guy. And all these important, official things that the author has said. And yeah, that's why I've watched Brad Neely, because Ben mentioned it.
Oh. Well,
and that's why you know it, so...
Damn.
Yeah, so pay some respect, goddammit.
I didn't know shit about fuck.
Yeah. I Brad Neely in solidarity.
I Brad Neely in solidarity.
I take a Neely, as they say.
What happened to Brad Neely? Did he just wander off into the woods and, die, or...?
Well, the China, Illinois TV show only came out, 5 years ago, I think. Maybe a bit before, but maybe it ended 5 years ago. I don't know, he's probably still writing for Adult Swim shows. Maybe he's involved in Rick and Morty.
Didn't he do that other one with the weird name, like Brad something Scipio Pipio?
Yeah, it's called something Scipio Pipio, but I think that was been canceled. I don't think that was very successful.
Yeah, so, they gave him a few shots. It's just like, listen, kid, we like your old stuff, but fuck off.
He was writing a book for a long-ass time called, Me, Myself, and Ulysses S. Grant. And he wrote 500 pages of it, and then he said he realized it just wasn't that funny.
Oh.
And he just scrapped it.
Oh.
So he's kind of like you. No.
God damn it!
uh, but yeah, so I don't know what the fuck he's up to. Does he have a Twitter?
Yeah, wasn't plan A for this shit is like you were gonna draw while I talked.
I mean, I can still do that. I didn't realize you were leaving. You said you had no work today.
Well, no, I had no work. I had no work like all morning.
Oh, okay.
I have one thing I have to go do at 1, and it now looks like that's the only thing I'm doing. And
well, when you get back, we could do that.
well, I'm gonna get there. It starts in an hour, then it goes for about 2 hours, then I'm gonna be back in like 4 hours.
Yeah, I'll still be here.
Really?
Yeah, it's 6 right now. That would be 10 o'clock at night, and my girlfriend's back at midnight, so that'd still be 2.5 hours.
Oh well, shit.
If not more. I mean, she's not working.
How
tomorrow,
fucking
so.
mad will Thupa be? It's like, listen, dude, I'm working too much. and then like the very next day, it's like 7 hours of streaming during a work day.
Well, I just said I just feel like I could be using the time more productively, and this is using the time more productively. So it's important to figure out Hazbin Hotel, and it's important to draw live on stream.
Yeah, people need us. They need help with their opinions.
Yeah. How would they know?
They can't be wrong.
The correct. Yeah. How would they know what the correct opinion is? How? But yeah, anyways.
How indeed. Yeah, I'm putting my socks on. I'm moseying towards the door slowly.
He wears socks, everyone. I knew it.
I knew it. I put them on my hands.
That's why he has all that pale skin on his feet.
Yeah, because I post feet so fucking often.
When you were walking around my house with no socks on, I thought those feet have never seen the sunlight.
You have a point.
They haven't seen anything because they don't have eyes.
I still have not successfully gotten you into Peach Cobbler, right?
I don't think I've watched any yet.
We need to watch a
you
Peach
just keep
Cobbler.
saying the name like it's a real thing, and it's
because he's good. He's like the only good YouTuber at this point.
I like a lot of YouTubers, but sure.
I don't. I hate YouTube at this point. I resent that I ever participated.
YouTube is full of donkeys and onis and red letter medias and Matthew Matosa size.
Yeah, the good people are the people who were good like 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, that's true. Sure. I didn't say otherwise. I mean, I don't know if Peach Cobbler's a new guy or not.
He's relatively new. He was definitely in the generation after that. I think he's only like 25 or 26 or something.
I saw
he's significantly younger than me.
Put something about getting a boner for a ghost or something. That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. But no, Peach Cobbler's great. He does a little historical series that are very good. He's done some very good videos on. He has done some really good videos on video games. He has an Elden Ring video or two that you might like if you haven't seen them yet. He really likes Elden Ring.
This isn't the owl guy, is it?
No, it's not Shammy.
Shabes, whatever.
No, Shabes is that
Shabes
other.
Is Caribou.
Yeah, Shabes is. Damn it! I don't have a bleep. Fuck! I need a bleep button. Shabes is Moose bleep.
I'm glad he likes Elden Ring, which is the correct opinion. You know, this guy sounds like he's pretty clever and he's got all his screws in the right places. So
the dude did like a 5-hour series about the fall of the Aztecs that was really entertaining and fun and had little bits in it and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, but he talked about Elden Ring though. That sounds cool.
He also talked about Elden Ring.
He mainly talked about Elden Ring and then did some mystery.
I'm not, Michi, I'm not necessarily leaving you, but I'm ending the stream for now.
Okay.
Okay, bye stream.
I literally just I thought I could just jump off the wall of my high building. I was like, that doesn't look lethal height. I didn't have any